Okay, hello everyone. Impromptu stream, sort of. I didn't make the schedule ahead of time.
At Safeway, get more
Don't
savings
and
your
don't
way.
mind my phone going off. That just have YouTube chat on while I can switch tabs, cause Twitch chat isn't as active, you know. Yeah, Koyuki, Koyuki. And it's Brace's birthday tomorrow. Did you guys know that? It's Brace's birthday tomorrow. I will. I had I have a video idea, but I still haven't actually started it. I just need to. I need to record something and edit things together. You know, just like all videos. You know, I don't know why I said that. That's like the most. That's like the floor is made of floor most statement I've ever said. But yeah. Yep. Just gonna be doing more Decagrammation today. So did I even get to show off Chesed? I don't think I did, cause I didn't stream that day on Friday because Chesed was still alive. Also, I guess it is the weekend, so people actually have free time. Tiff is already at 12%. I wonder if people are actually doing the cheese strat. You need to get Chesed's core in order to do that cheese strat, but you know. But yeah, I haven't even touched Tiff yet. I did do two HOD raids at like 3 a.m. Because I was like, oh, Chesed's dead now, I guess. Oh. And then I was like, oh, I have 40 tickets, so I need to use them up. But yeah, let's start off with Chesed. We're gonna get 15 Aleph for Toki here. If it's Chesed, I mean, it's not gonna be super hard, but where is Cherino? Where is my Cherino? Cherino, Mika, Seiya, Hare, I think. Was it Hare in the rotation? No, it was Idol Mari. What about Kokonine? It doesn't really matter because these final battles are always super easy because they want anyone to be able to clear them. Isaki Ryo.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Chesed, the merciful arbitrator. I'm bored. I love Momoi. Momoi's face is so great. Not this again. You know, we might end up in some crisis soon. You should enjoy the boredom. But they all left, even Sensei. It's just us on this boring ship. We're not here for a vacation, you know. In a way, we're in enemy territory. Right, the one out there is Chesed? Yes, this is Chesed's territory. Hold on, I saw Shuri post this crazy pic. Bro, he drinks so many monsters. Okay. Let me get Twitch up just in case. Yes, this is Chesed's territory. I wonder what they're like. It's not like some old friend from school. You don't need to get to know them. I think Chesed is some sort of factory. A factory in the Millenium ruins? Wow, that takes me back. I remember. We went to the ruins to look for the G-Bible. Instead, we fell. Yes, cheese is very, very good. You know, it's crazy. Chesed was taking so long, but then after Chesed was defeated, Hod took like no time at all. And then Tiff, right now, is almost dead. Instead, we fell. The ruins? Wait, the ruins and then they fell? Undertale reference. And we found Aris. Aw. It was an AI factory, right? I think it was called Division. Division? whatever it was called, it kept making these big-headed squids, jellyfish. And Kay was a part of it too. Wait, now that I think about it, it seems like we have a lot of personal history with Chesed. And we're cooped up here working on standby. No fair. I love Momoe's expressions. Look how cute she is. Too bad. They said Chesed is literally a factory, and it manufactures hordes of troops in real time. So we need to use all of our personnel and resources to stop it. Yeah, no, Chesed is just very annoying. You could have done Hod. Hod was definitely doable, even without Chesed's buff. Well, I find it a little personal that they're not using the personnel they have right here. Yeah, I heard Tiff is very easy. You just use the one cheese strat and it's completely done. Just have one tank over. You're the one who drew the straws and picked us to stay behind. Ugh, I can't believe you'd bring up something so painful. Still, we should appreciate that we get a small break, though I know we're not here to have fun. About us, the two of us. Yes? Yeah, Hod is, we've really been through so much together, haven't we? Aw, look at, I love smug Momoe. Ruined space, and now the Steel Continent. Yeah, we just want to make games. How do we get so off track? so true, Momoe. So true, Midori. Like, when's the last time they actually made a game in the game development club? I guess in the manga, if you read the game development department manga, they do sometimes make games in that manga. It's not a waste, Midori. All of these adventures make for great inspiration. That's what you said when we were thrown into the stratosphere, but we haven't exactly used that, have we? What's that? Some kind of everything is okay alarm? I don't think they make alarms for everything is okay, Momoe. Momoe, look at the screen. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, I should try getting back into game dev, but that takes a while. I don't have the artistic skills. That's the main issue for me. I can do the programming and the game dev stuff, but I can't do the music and the art. So I can't do any of the artistic stuff. Aren't those laborers? And they're headed right for us. Transport ship, do you copy? We're sorry, but we lost track of some laborers and a few troops. They're headed your way. The ship's defense system is suboptimal, but you two will have to make do. ... We'll hold them off, Himari. Don't worry. Sis? We can't just huddle in here and do nothing. These suits are so well armored, we'll have to step up and do something. Sensei and Aris are working hard, so we can't laze about. You two have done plenty for us. Staying on the ship is an important role too. It's not important right now. ... Yeah, I think I get it. Don't worry, Himari. We'll figure something out. This is the PV! This is the PV shot! What should we do? Should I retreat to help Midori and Momoe? ... That's an option, but it would be more prudent to do so after we secure this area. Agreed. We traveled a long way to get here. It would be unwise to leave without finishing the mission. Retreating now will risk our formation's integrity. I believe we should trust Momoe and Midori. Yes, I would spare some of us if we were facing anyone but Chesed. But with this many troops, we're fighting a war of attrition. Nevertheless, I suggest Himari and Aris prepare for an immediate rescue if necessary. Why us? Because you two are the fastest. Reasonable and fair, I agree. Let's defeat Chesed as fast as we can, and return to Momoe and Midori. Yes, in that case, Sensei, give us your orders. Okay, Cherry, no. Kogeki! Moody, Moody! Shika-sen, Shika-say-da! I miss Cherryno's old voice lines. They were very cute. Do. This track goes hard though. I should probably use up all these animations before I try taking on Tiff. Shika-sen, Shika-say-da! Yep, there's the big guy. Okay, let's move on. Actually take off cheese. Technically, I'm pretty sure one Mika shot would do this, actually. But we're gonna try to do it the intended way. Oh yeah, no, definitely one Mika shot can do this. You know what, Mika? Oh, XD all over him. Kyrie-san. Thank you, Mika. $600 pyro from that. Amazing. This is the shot from the animated PV. I love this shot because Momoi starts her tail like starts spinning. I think. There's too many. They just keep coming. No, actually no. It's their legs. Their legs start doing the sonic spin. Midori, can you throw me some ammo? I'm almost out. Here, this is the last mag. Use it well. What about you? But what about you? I have a half a magazine left. Ugh, even if I nail every shot, we're still outnumbered. I love their expressions. They're like, we are not built for this. Seriously, how did it get from making games to them fighting an entire army of robots, man? Life is so hard for Momori and Midori. I just want to get a screenshot of this. Then let's just try to buy time. Blinding light! It's Aris! I love Aris. Aris! Arisu, are you well, my friends? Have I arrived too late? No, you got here just in time. How was the ride, Sensei? My wheelchair maneuvers aren't half bad, right? Himari, isn't that a motorcycle? It's a wheelchair. She's really trying with the wheelchair thing. Okay, fine. Sensei, are you okay? You look a little... I'm alive. I'll pack you motion sickness pills next time. And with that, we have Cheset's core. Yep, support core Chesed. Uses data gathered from a prophet's core to summon Goliath, who fires at enemies. Deals minimal damage to enemies in the circular area. And that's why you can choose this, Tiff. And now, where's, Hod? There's Hod. Hod, glory through splendor. While Beano was the first prophet the Super Phenomenon Task Force faced, I believe Hod was the true start of all of this. Huh? Is that so? That's what I'm told. Remember, the very first super phenomenon was Millennium's built-in network AI hub, who was hacked by, or rather, inspired by Decagrammation. Then it left a cryptic message and disappeared. Come to think of it, it seems that far too many Decagrammation prophets are linked to Millennium. Chesed was a munitions factory in the Millennium ruins. Gebra's original form, the unmanned polar exploration probe, was loosely associated with Millennium, and our current problem, HOD, is without a doubt linked. On top of that, since Hub was taken over by Decagrammation, Millennium's average infrastructure installation time is slowed by 68%. Sounds like a real pain. Right? Also, it could be the god of devices are... like... So, can you hear... Oh, she's cutting out. Exclamation point. I was wondering who that was. It's that clunky keychain. And Sensei, too. Well, whatever works. Well, whatever. Works for me. Stop calling me Key. My name is Kay. Okay, fine. I can really hear the nuance. Kay. Satisfied now? By the way, aren't you supposed to be some smart ancient being? What are you doing out here with your little research excursion? You're mistaken. There's still a lot I need to learn about the world. Sure, but you know more than Sensei, don't you? Like, for example, you know about a certain vanished god. Question mark, exclamation point? The Nameless Gods, K, and the priest of the Nameless Gods. You know all about that, don't you? ... Huh, you're easy to read. So expressive. And if I were to continue revealing more of this forbidden knowledge, what you and what your princess, your Arisu, have done ever be forgiven? What value does the tool hold if it stops fulfilling its purpose, if it acts out? So what? You think I should just do what a bunch of idiots told me to do? Idiots? Scandalous. Are you even allowed to say such a thing? What's stopping me? I know what you're implying. I know your truth. Abolish the current texture of reality, use Arisu as a keystone, dismantle the fractured divinities, and reset the world to the beginning. Your purpose is what you are. Isn't that why the Nameless Gods left their power behind? Funny to hear that from you. You and your sisters have been shamelessly scavenging that power for yourselves. We're simply using our resources. Right, since you so clearly want a statement, I'll give you one. I too am using my resources. Those damned memories. For a damned providence. These completely useless obsessions and duties that never end. I would love to pour it into a furnace, melt it, crush it into a cube, and throw it in the middle of the ocean. Everyone except Arisu is my enemy. You got that? Me too? I'll make an exception. You are fine. Get that smug grin off your face. K is so cute. Idiots clinging to the past should learn to let go. They should get swept away by the tides of time and be forgotten. As for you three, who cut in the middle of this to take whatever you please, I have so many things I'd love to say to you. But I'll withhold. You're just kids, ignorant idiots who could learn to be better. So why don't you just surrender before I make things worse for you? You really run your mouth. That's my line. Even your beloved sensei uses the Shit'em chest, right? Is that not also a remnant of our bygone era? So sensei, you're saying take it back. I'll sue you for spreading false information. No, blackmail. Libel? No, alright, for character assassination. Defamation. How cute. So that's what gets you worked up. You're so expressive, truly. Shut up! Ahem. So what? It's not like Sensei is trying to retexture the world with the Shit'em chest. And if they did, I'd stop them. Not like that would ever happen anyway. So, you think the world is fine the way it is? Do you think it's livable, even if it's not perfect? That there is no fundamental problem with it? The average grievance is temporary and life will simply go on? That's not what I believe. Of course, that was my point. That's why I'm offering you a hand. Let's cooperate. Wouldn't that be so much nicer than watching this terrible world sputter along endlessly? As you said, we're wasting resources in this fight. You proposed a halfway decent idea. Huh, look at you. I knew we could get along. However, I refuse. What? Why? It would make Arisu sad. And this whole thing sounds like a hassle. What? That's so trivial. Trivial? Please, it's the most important point. Hassles are what drive progress. The greatest inventions come from annoyed people thinking, how can I get this to be less of a hassle? So true, Kay. And look how far we've come. Imagine how much more we can make. You really are just like a human. Shut up. Listen, you don't realize your value. Both you and dear Aurisu could ascend and become even greater beings, if only you tried. I really don't understand you. Why can't you see your own worth? Don't worry about it, it's my choice. Those who call themselves great, those who say they always want to be more, they're the ones who are dangerous. Moreover, you should know that it's a bad habit to meddle in other people's lives. It's a mark of having a boring personality and too much free time. Ooh, dang. So congratulations, I think you fulfill both requirements. Dang, that was a burn. My personality aside, excuse me? Do I look like I'm drowning in free time? We're just as busy as you are. You truly don't get it. Listen. People with too much free time are the busiest in the world. Excuse me? Don't be mistaken. God did not create humans. Humans created a god by defining it. You want us to search for and resurrect an absolute being? I'm not interested. Not necessarily. We can replace the absolute being. We can be in charge. And compared to the absolute being you mentioned, our replacement would be far more rational, fair, and likely to create a better world. I already refused. If this world cannot continue without an absolute being, then let it perish. You sound just like your dear sensei. I suppose I do. Aw, she's embarrassed. But they had a point, didn't they? I'll just watch this world, with Aurus. Well, and with Sensei too. Aw, Kei is so tsundere. Come on, Kei. You made some valid points. Life is definitely foolish. Many humans are as well. But they're also smart enough to keep themselves alive. Even if they're not smart enough to create a paradise. And somewhere between those two extremes, they will stumble and pick themselves up again and again. They and we will find a way. This is what we call baseless confidence. I'm just quoting Sensei. I'm still working on understanding what they meant, to be frank. Oh please, you're just dodging a responsibility. Right, I'm here to be responsible. Children can make mistakes, and adults should bear the burden. If Self were here, she'd say you're a chump. You're spoiling your students. My point was clear. I'd advise you to stop trying to dole out unsolicited advice. Like how you shouldn't pull on a seedling just because it's growing slowly. After all, leggy plants will wither from their roots. I don't understand. Then try studying. Open a book once in a while. Kei is just burning them. Leave me alone. I'm not a student. Sensei, can't you get these girls still enrolled somewhere? I have transfer papers if you want them. Does Sensei just always carry around transfer papers for any girls he sees? He's like, oh, there's another random schoolgirl. I should give her transfer papers. No, I refuse. Shoo, get out of here. Very well, Hod, they're ready to see you now. Okay, it's time to take down Hod, even though I didn't pick the best team for it, but it doesn't matter because it's the final battle, so it's not very hard anyway. You'll regret declining my offer. And dead. Clear Hod, final battle. We did it, somehow. ... Is something bothering you? I wouldn't say bothered. Right now, I don't have room to be bothered by anything other than our own safety. But still, you know, Sensei. Huh? Why are we all so eager to fight each other? Conflicts arise when compromise fails. Everyone has principles they can't compromise, I know that. But I feel like this is a case where neither side truly knows what their principles even are. I wonder if life, if people, will ever be able to compromise. Could they ever reconcile? I'd like to believe so. Like to, so even you aren't sure. You could say that, but even so... Righteousness. Is this the halfway point? Huh? What? This can't be, really? How is Elder Sister doing, An? Elder Sister, so if we're talking about her physical condition, she should be able to move right away. Or, stop scaring her. All they've done is breach our first line of defense. I know, Soft, but we must prepare for any scenario. Reality is nothing like a program, I'll have you know. Well, what should we do? For starters, we should focus on reinforcing our second line of defense, and then... Okay, it's worth a try. We've successfully breached the first line of defense. Peace, peace. Did you see that, Sensei? Distribute encouraging praise. Good work, everyone. I'd like to say we should press forward and hit the second defensive line, but I believe we should prepare and regroup. Why? I still have plenty of energy. Himari has a point. While the situation is dire, we must be cautious. Wait, I'm getting a call? Oh, hello, guys. For starters, congratulations. You got us. You're so impressive. They've caused nothing but trouble. Our poor prophets, sniff. This is your final warning. Turn back now. We're not responsible for what awaits ahead. She's right. Please go home. We don't want to hurt anyone. We don't want to see you get hurt either. Oh, this is rich. Do you three lack a basic understanding of the situation? Who do you think has the upper hand here? Not you. I seem to remember you losing to our dear sister. She wasn't even at full power. Make no mistake. You're no threat. You are no threat. Huh, now that I see it, her body... What about it? I borrowed it. You got a problem? No, we don't have a problem. I'll admit, I'm surprised that you got it moving for so long. We know a little about that body. We're still receiving some of its data. In human terms, it's like you sewed limbs together and started puppeteering them before you even checked if the nerves were connected. It's working fine now. Mind your business. You remind me of Tifereth. Why are all of you so desperate to stay alive? It would be so much easier if you all just accepted the end. ... Living in and of itself is a curse, right? Life is unpleasant, tiresome, ugly, and full of suffering. Freedom is oppressing you. Life itself is unqualified to possess free will. Do you still believe that living is merely a continuation of suffering? Isn't that obvious? We still believe you're deluding yourselves. No one chooses to be born. Every one of you was thrown into a world knowing nothing. You didn't even choose your own names. And yet you act as if there's some greater meaning to your lives. You're here by chance. Existence was forced upon you. Have you ever seriously thought about tomorrow? Probably not, because it would drive you insane. Because tomorrow always means less. It means something will be taken away. Let's think about the probabilities. You see the pattern now. You have far more bad tomorrows ahead of you than good ones. Your only guarantee is that each tomorrow will step you closer to death. You? What? Were you surprised that we would directly invoke the word death? We were not granted mystics. I'm sure that Sensei understands what we're talking about. ... Yeah. We don't have halos. You believe in a vague hope. Instead of the inevitable tomorrow always approaching us, silently. Is empathy the bandage you apply to your existential wounds? How delightfully arrogant to think that sharing pain makes it disappear. That's unbelievably arrogant. Life, relationships, societies. Yeah, they're all flimsy constructs built on power and misunderstandings. And so we... Damn it. Just remember, we already told you, but we can destroy you on a whim. You can stop now, or you can surrender to your final day. Our elder sister is here. But we came all this way. We have to do all we can so that we can live without regrets. ... I'm baffled. You're really a hopeless idiot, J-Sensei. Rude. We warned you. Idle away your final hours if you must. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Seriously, they rang us, ranted, and then hung up? They're the ones who called me! Dot dot dot. I barely followed or cared about their message. What are our next steps? Thank you, Toki. Thank you. Ah yes, right, Toki. Thank you for keeping us on track. Here's our current status. The Steel Continent's expansion rate has dramatically reduced. This is good news. Yeah, I believe this supports the theory that all the prophets are linked to each other. In addition, we should be able to expand our actionable range further inland. We'll capture enemy territory while expanding our own. I like it. For everyone on the field, please continue your exploration. Just be sure to be back on the base before sunset. Sensei, is there any way we can help? Protect the ship. Got it. Leave it to us. I'll do my best. Dot dot dot. Aris? Sensei. What's wrong, Aris? So the thing is... Dot dot dot. Aw, what's Aris? What's... No, don't cry. No. It's okay, Aris. How do you... You do not wish for me to force an answer. You want me to wait until I'm ready to talk? Dot dot dot. Understood. Then I will do that. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you for taking care of me. Everyone, maybe you should work on returning to the ship. You're pretty far out, remember? Got it, Himari. We're leaving right now. Let's hurry. We've only taken 3 areas so far. Got it. Toki, Sensei, let's go. Yes, I have maintenance duty. I must head back first and prepare. In that case, we should also... Huh? If you were shown the path to stop the conflict, would you take it? Sensei, did you speak to me? Huh? I didn't say anything. Yes, I was mistaken. That sounded nothing like you. But it sounded quite similar. It is important to find oneself. That also applies to you. Kay, did you also not hear anything? No, I didn't hear anything, Aris. Well, not yet. Not yet? No, but still. For some reason, I can tell that you heard something, Aris. You felt something, Kay? But before I elaborate, do you remember what this voice told you? Well, it was so sudden and surprising that I do not recall much. But I think I heard something about how finding oneself is important. Dot dot dot. I see. In that case, I don't think I have any more information to share. But if you hear anything else, please try to remember. And no matter what happens, never forget this. I'm here to support you. Sensei is as well. All of us are. Aw, Kay has grown so much. We will always stand by your side, Aris. Aw, yes. I understand. Thank you, Kay. Okay, let's continue upgrading this. And we have a USB. Okay. I didn't mean to completely exit the Steel Continent. Okay, I think it's time for me to try to do TIF. TIF is already at 10%. Okay, but I think maybe by the time I get near the end of stream, it might already be dead. At the rate we're going with TIF. Okay, so let me look up what the team is for TIF.
This will help her get both Saya and...
Let me get TIF's guide up. We're gonna skip Gebra for now, because it looks like everyone's doing TIF for... Okay, I'm gonna open up Mach so I can get the team ready. Amy solo kill here. Any tank is fine, just keep Amy alive and use Chesed skill. Is this a one team? Let me check. Yeah, I like see what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stall with the tank and then just keep you spamming Chesed skill here. I want to see if this is a one round or not though. You do get 4 minutes, so I see people saying you need to use 21 tickets, which I'm fine with using 21 tickets, but I want to see if I can do it one round to save a ticket, you know? Okay, okay. Does this do enough damage? I've literally never done like a real TIF run because I only do up to 24, so it's like not even a real TIF run. Okay, I'm gonna use the actual team. So let's see, real Hanako, regular Hanako, Kisaki, Nagisa, and Rio, and then you're still low manning compared to like an actual TIF raid. So they're using Alba. I wonder if Alba is actually necessary because mine Alba is not fully built up. Like, where is Alba? She's level 70, I think. Yeah. Let's level up my Alba a little. Ooh, I do not have enough credits is the issue. I would need to borrow a track Yuka. Did anyone put out their track Yuka? Someone did. Cool. Cool. I have a track Yuka to use. Look at this Koyuki. Okay. And then the 2 Shuppos, and then track Yukas. So Nozomi Hikari. And this is the team. And these 2. But let me try to get some more cash. Let's see, I could probably raid my assistants for some cash, right? And by the time I get near the end of the stream, I'm guessing Tiff is gonna be dead, so I can always just replace these guys. Okay. Let's try leveling up Alba right now. I don't think I can get max. And my problem is I do not have yeah, not max at all. How many credits am I left with? Not a lot. Dang. How do I get more credits besides spend money? I know I can just spend money for credits. I could raid this for right now. Let me just check. Does it have to be Alba?
Here your team take less damage when they have a shield. That's why track Yuko is here. You can also use Kaido or swimsuit Shizuko. Just note that Shizuko range is shorter. Move over with the sticky bomb to the right, then wait for the blue sticky bomb to explode, and the missiles from the right core reflected back if Yuka shield's still up. So the right core take extra damage, then Nozomi. Keset's skill to clear the entire map, then Kefka for extra damage on the boss.
My issue, I don't know where to get more credit. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there's an actual Kokuma raid I could do right now. And level, stage 24 is not too hard. Okay, let's do... This should get me a couple more credits. I could probably just hit auto and do it on stage 24, but you know. I'm just spamming all the skills I have right now. Because I don't actually know how to do a Kokuma run. Nairo Hoshino is so cute. Okay, let's do another one of these. Almost down. There we go. Okay. I think this gives me some credits. I'm just trying to get as many credits as I can right now. I could close the game and then go to my phone and pay more money to get more credits, but you know. Yeah, it gives me 2 million. That's not 2.5 million. That's not too bad. Can I do a level 49 run? It's level 70 recommended. I think it's possible. But I don't feel like doing it. Let's see, we're at 25k. I still can't level up Alba as much. Where's Alba? Alba, level 70. Should be around here. There you are.
これを私に
Yeah, I still don't have enough. Whatever. Tiff is gonna be dead soon anyway. I might want to just try to get 1 clear edit right now.
状況の把握と分析
Let me see what the easy solution is. Cause let's see what this semi-auto clear is. So just Amy, and then a bunch of healers. You just hit auto. You let auto do its thing. Okay, okay. And you just do Kether, or you do chest set as soon as it's available. I see. Very low cortisol. Okay. And then when it goes sideways, so it just needs to be a red tank. Okay, let's try. So don't need you two. Okay, and the recommended healer is Adjust Michiru. I have a level 81 I could take. If you're doing manual, Resa should work, I guess. That's what this comment says on the video, so I guess I'll use my Resa. And just a bunch of healers, basically. Atsuko, where's Serena? Serena, and Mari? Dang, my Mari is not leveled up at all. Oh, I have no cash. Okay, I'm gonna hope this is enough. Amy.
いいよ任せて
So we're gonna hit auto. Once Tiff does his giant laser, that's when I tab out. So just use chest set as soon as it's available is basically what the guide is. What's F? Okay, wait for everyone to spawn before I use chest set. Okay, erosion power. Very, very low cortisol here. Oh, I can't target Tiff.
全力で行く。はい、チーズ。
There goes the erosion
保
tower.
険品を受け取ってください。すべての方に救いは。
Thank you, Chesed. Shoot, ba 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 ba. Thank you, Reza. Get up, ba ba.
いい写真が撮れそう。
友情パワーだ。Cute. パワーアップ。
大事
行き
に
ます
使ってくださいね。ありがとう。すべての方にご加護は。
Oh, I'm supposed to go super speed because it really doesn't matter what timing I use the skills on. Oh, the homo, my too. I love Reza. Reza's so
保
cute.
険品を受け取ってください。すべての方に救いは。
攻撃。
苦しみに慣れてる。全力で行く。
正義の味方。
いい写真が撮れそう。大事に使ってくださいね。
So the timing doesn't matter. I just need to be able to kill him.
適用完了。もう大丈夫。
So she's gonna die from this. That's what I know.
いい写真が撮れそう。補給品を受け取ってください。すべての方に救いは。適用完了。もう大丈夫。
Yeah, that's fine. The second team is supposed to take care of that. Hold on. I hate Twitch. I hate Twitch so much. Stop getting me spam. Okay. So I got this set up now. Let me see if I can... Do I have Amy Elif? I don't have enough credits anyway, so... Bam, 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 bam. Kisatsu maho, ikimasu. Itai desu yo. I love Reza. Reza's voice lines are just great. Yo, shupapapa. Just spam Kether and Chesed as often as I can. Shupapapa. Cheese. 痛いですよ。痛いですよ。必殺魔法いきます。痛いですよ。必殺魔法痛いですよ。正義の味方。必殺魔法いきます。
スモード転換
This is very fun. I like how low stress this raid is. Oh, hold on. I can do.
大事に使ってくださいね
Arigato.
祝福をディフェンスモード転換
Girl makes it pink.
補給品を受け取ってください全ての方に祝福を死にはなる
Amy, run, run, Amy, run! She's not making it anyway.
受け取ってください
Okay. I get the strat is very easy. Very nice. Very easy to pull off. Okay, let's keep going. Just sipping on my drink while doing this. Amazing. Kira! Bam! 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 Bam!
補給品を受け取ってください
Hisatsumaho ikimasu. Itai desu yo.
全ての方に
No, Risa! Risa died!
適用完了もう大丈夫
I'm vibing here. Bam! 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 Bam!
発見
Power up! 必殺魔法 Ikimasu! Itai desu yo. Risa. Risa voice lines are great. I wish we could have the Prophet's abilities for actual Tiff, because I have no idea what I'm doing with actual Tiff. Seigi no Mikata Koren desu.
具合の悪い方
Hisatsu maho ikimasu. Itai desu yo.
ご加護は苦しみも慣れた
For the home world, don't like to think.
大事に使ってくださいね
Itai desu yo.
全ての方にご加護は
Risa is such a hard worker here. She's a real trooper.
支援発見
Seigi no Mikata Koren desu.
いい写真が撮れそう具合の悪い方から順番に全ての方に祝福を十分受け取った
It's like that meme where the guys like go singing payphone. The other guy's like molding. That's exactly what this raid is. Me molding on chesshead, and then me playing this is like no stress. Oh, I think I'm dead.
全ての方にご加護は十分受け取った適用完了もう大丈夫
Because I don't think Amy can make it through here.
大事に使ってくださいね全ての方にご加護は適用完了もう大丈夫
Nope. Ah, one more. It's fine. As long as I keep it below, I think 25 tickets per run. I think that's the cutoff for. So 22 tickets spent is still better than spending 2 C run tickets. But yes, I am doing the cheap strat because I don't care. Very low stress, very low cortisol.
これで終わり 適
チーズ
補給品を受け取ってく
季
ださい。
節魔法
全ての方に
No! Racer!
ありがとう。ディフェンスモード転換。
Okay, he's dead.
発見。
Thermite to Pinku!
大事に使ってくださいね。
That should be enough.
全ての方に祝福を。
Yep, okay. Thank you, Chesed.
私たちの勝利。
I mean, I probably could do it in 2 teams. 3 teams is fine. I think someone did the math, and 3 teams using 22 is still better than 2 teams using 2 on C rank, or 1 team on C rank. Okay, well, by the time I finish catching up on Decagrammation,
鋼鉄
I'm pretty sure Tiff will be dead near the end of the stream, considering how fast people have been taking him down.
よし。今日
Okay, so there's my 1 Tiff run, because I only did 1 Chesed run. I got 2 Hod runs, and then I only get 1 Tiff run. So let's head back to Decagrammation. Let's see. Last stream I was on Reunion. Reunion was the next thing. So we should see Rio again. Rio. Oh, hello. Also, hello, Edgar. Welcome to stream. Very low cortisol stream today. Reunion. Exclamation points. Is it not significantly stronger? Gebra is not the same as before. This is beyond a power boost. There is a fundamental change in how it functions. What should we do? For now, we should try to escape and regroup. Gebra, it's approaching. ... I will stall the enemy. While I do so... That is a no good habit of yours, Toki. Can we even land a helicopter right now? Then, at the very least, Sensei, mobilize Amos unit. Huh? Is that? It is. It's her. Very cute. Thank you, Rio. Let's get Rio on the screen as well. Exchanging pleasantries in this situation isn't logical. So let's skip them this time. It's amazing. It's her. Gah! You! Rio! Please focus on the enemy in front of you, Sensei. You too, Himari. I'm here to provide support, and a way to deal with the 5th prophet, Gebra. Fine, fine. Only because we have no other choice. Thank you. And this is where the hot cold thing comes in. Right? Oh no. They don't do that in the story mode. I forgot.
そんな硬くならないで。100点満点。花丸です。支援処理開始。
Schoolgirl Asuma is going to be very important once NA takes down Tiff.
本物だ。今想定してるのは
Up, frozen. Gebra is taking so much damage. Yeah, I know I can auto it, but I want to actually play the game a little bit. I don't remember what my real Gebra rotation is gonna be. I know I'm gonna have to borrow someone's Satsuki. Thank you, Rio. Rio is a very good girl. Very good girl, Rio.
先生
Rio.
おかげで楽勝だったよ
It's slowing down. Toki. Yes, Miss Rio. Commencing attack. An effective hit, although we appear to have let it get away. A tactical retreat. A shame that it escaped yet again. Rio is the goat. Look at her. Look how cute she is. I like how the Choco Puni just has this thoughts empty face. It's so cute. Fact, the retreat is to our advantage. We will require time to assess and reorganize. Gebra's signal. Lost. It moves very efficiently. Oh well. Yes, I am very happy that Arisu forgave Rio. Because now she appears and she's one of the strongest units ever. ... Very useful special unit. ... Hello, Miss Rio. That was an efficient entrance in many ways. Excellent timing. But are you okay, President Himari? I have absolutely no idea why you feel the need to check on me, but I'm fine. I don't feel jealous in any way, shape, or form that a certain someone came in on a trail of blazing glory and stole the spotlight. Because I am benevolent and generous and kind. Do you understand, Amy? Yes, I understand that the president is sulking. You slander as effortlessly as you breathe. Oh, you know what? This is a good reaction image. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Good reaction image. Let's begin with the most superficial greeting I can muster. It's nice to see you again, Rio. How have you been? I really wish I could have pre-ordered Himari. I need Himari and Rio together. But I didn't get the Choco Puni, so rip. Did you not hear me say that we'll begin with a superficial greeting? You can start with a simple hello, Rio. Ah, yes, understood. Hello, it's nice to see you. How have you been? Yes, I sincerely return to sentiment, Miss Rio. Have you been sleeping well? I hope you're not staying up all night and sleeping in until the afternoon. Oh, managing your circadian rhythm is the only thing that housekeeping robots cannot assist you with. That has been... I'm trying. I believe I can visualize what Miss Rio and Toki's life together was like. Ahem, should we intro our way over to the point now? To begin, you haven't returned to Millenium all this time. Where have you been hiding out? That's... Furthermore, a certain seminar treasury has quite a bit to say to you. Oh, Yuka mentioned! Yuka mentioned! Amazing. Exclamation points. I also simply cannot look past your dramatic reveal at such a crucial moment at that. Surely you weren't thinking, I need to do something to justify my return. I can't show my face again unless I have something to offer. I was tracking down every clue I could find to the Nameless God's power. The Nameless God's powers? Yes, it didn't simply disappear after it manifested on that day. There were traces of it left all over Kivodos. I wasn't expecting to run into you during my investigation. Her investigation into Nameless God's powers led her to Decagrammation profits? I'm still doing my utmost to prepare for and prevent the unknown phenomenon that could devastate Kivodos. That hasn't changed. Not since I first established the Super Phenomenon Task Force. Ah, thank you, Rio. Rio is a good girl. Look at her. She was just a little overzealous with Aurisu, but you know, she's a good girl. I am not charismatic or very skilled at social interactions, so I wanted to do what I'm able to do. It was how I hoped to find redemption. Oh, so cute, Rio. ... Fine, I can accept that. However, you simply offloaded the responsibilities of the Super Phenomenon Task Force on me and disappeared. You put me in a position where I couldn't refuse. Hold on. I'm mixing up my slushie again because it just turned into a block of ice. very low cortisol day today. Despite your dislike of me, I knew you would follow through. From a certain perspective, that could be seen as a threat. Now, let's not fight. We could have been in big trouble if Rio hadn't come, right? Good girl. Yes, even I can acknowledge that. In fact, even outside of this incident, we all owe you a debt, in one form or another. What I was really trying to say was to stop waffling with useless things like redemptions or justifications, and just come back to Millenium. Aww, cute. Huh? What was that? Did you say something? Forget it! However, the Super Phenomenon Task Force ended up fulfilling its role exactly as intended, Miss Rio. Yes, and I, excellent agent and perfect maid, also played my role perfectly. Toki aside, as the founder of the Super Phenomenon Task Force, how do you feel? I'm still figuring that out. I thought you would answer like that. What I can say for certain is that the events occurring here are significant, and the ripples will spread far throughout Kavodos. To summarize, you know things that we don't. And I'm sure that, along that way, we've gathered data that you haven't. So here's my proposal, an exchange of information. That is the logical conclusion. Shall we undertake that endeavor as we continue our pursuit of Gebra? I accept those terms. Amy, do you know the direction Gebra retreated to? Affirmative, I remember. What are we waiting for? Let's move out, Sensei. Cute. Rio is very cute. She deserves all the head pats. Okay, next episode. Episode 5, Variable. The alarm's going off? Another message from Gebra. Oh. Did darling Gebra lost? Ho hum, I see. Shall we commence plan B? No objections here. We'll respect Gebra's wishes to the very end. So we will have to draw them to that place. Gebra sure worked hard to lure the enemies in the right direction, though. That's our Gebra. Meticulous, diligent, not to mention hot-headed. Let us analyze the logs. Oh, dear. An unexpected variable. The name. Am I reading this right? Tsukatsuki Rio? Tsukatsuki Rio? Annoying. An annoying opponent. Huh. Ugh, perhaps we should have anticipated this. But why now? Another useless line of questioning. After all, she was the first one to notice the Master's presence, and the first one with the audacity to investigate its traces. Regardless, we'll need to prepare a method to handle this variable. Even factoring her in, if we consider where they're being lured and what we have prepared. Here's the question. A variable has factored itself into the equation that we cannot simply ignore. Do we still proceed with our previous methodology? What do you think we should do, Soph? Decisions. We have to be decisive. Yes. Yeah, we'll proceed with the plan, using the same methodology. As expected. In fact, I suspected as much. Are you sure? This is Tsukatsuki Rio. Yes. Yeah, I'll acknowledge that she's a formidable foe, but on the other hand... That kid is just as formidable, don't you think, Ein? Huh? What do I think? Our kids are invincible, right? Invincible! Let's flash up the title screen. Exclamation point. Yes, you're correct. That baby is invincible. another title screen. Regardless, one step into that place and Tsukatsuki Rio will be rendered utterly useless. Ah, yes, since Tsukatsuki Rio is only here wirelessly. Absolutely correct. Lastly, we need to correctly evaluate just what level of threat this new variable poses. Tsukatsuki Rio, one with the audacity to grasp at forbidden technology, which lies well beyond her station. I knew her data. Additionally, she founded the Super Phenomenon Task Force, which dared to meddle with the Master's operations. I suppose Akeboshi Himari was at the helm of that sabotage, though. She obscured her location and operated from the darkest shadows until now. What would cause her to suddenly reveal herself? For her to suddenly step into the front lines. Right, for one reason or another, she was waiting for that teacher of theirs to join. This, that, all of it is soft, seedy speculation. Shut it, you. Anyway, whether Tsukatsuki Rio is as dangerous a variable as Sensei, or simply one we can write out of the equation, we'll have to see. The one conclusion Soph has come to, then. You intend to evaluate the significance of the new variable alongside the utter decimation of all other enemies using the child? Do I need to say it again? But is that really alright? If they encountered that child, even those people would surely die. Yes, an issue of great complication. We have yet to harm a human, had held no desire to do so, never even thought of it. If honesty were to compel me, I'd admit that even I feel. I'm soft. My thoughts are that this burden is one we must carry. Huh? I speak truly, do I not? In luring the humans out to the glacial sea, we have already pronounced our resolve in that regard. Did we not already tell them, please die? Well, wasn't that just for dramatic effect? Ah, yes, yeah, I thought that was the case as well. Listen, both of you, strengthen your spirit, for the sake of the elder sister. But, I know, Ein, I know. We never planned. Our ultimate goal was to avoid the solution to the equation. But who came to our turf first? Sensei and the other humans invaded, without permission, I might add. Yes, I understand. I must strengthen my resolve, so I don't fall behind. Aww, she's getting a hug. Yes, all will be as it should. Yes. Although, making such a statement is the very epitome of irresponsibility. Wah! Or... Apologies. Truly, Ein exhibits such a wide array of responses. The temptation to experiment with different variables is simply too strong. Oh ho, I was sorely tempted to experiment with your logic circuit's durability well. Carrie to be my test subject? They're fighting again. Rather than you being the one to conduct such an intriguing experiment. Ow, enough with the violence! Soft, it's fine, you don't have to. Yeah, my drink is almost done. As I stated previously, I've been investigating the traces the Nameless God's powers left behind. And in that process, I unexpectedly encountered Gebra, the 5th prophet of Decagrammation. Does that create a connection to a trail we found at the Glacial Sea? But we've been unable to draw a line from Decagrammation and the Nameless Gods, at least until now. That is correct, Amy. I'm sure there are some truths to be uncovered in that alone. For now, we'll send what we're absolutely certain is fact. I've also gathered information on the other prophet that inhabits the Glacial Sea. It appears to be mining resources here. I'm just gonna check something. Is my mic on the correct mic? Yeah, okay. I've had problems with that in the past and I didn't check them before. Mining resources? Mining resources? I suspect this prophet has taken the form of a ship of some kind, an icebreaker or tactical ship. I see. That hypothesis would align with the traces that we discovered. The Glacial Sea. Very few humans travel here, but it's known to have a wealth of resources. Knowing that, we can surmise that Gebra's role here is to patrol the nearby terrain for potential enemies, and act as a guard for the other prophet. That actually does make sense. Did you find out the identity of the ship-shaped prophet? Not as of yet. It strangely emits almost no readable signals. I've attempted to take pictures of the scenes with an Amos I converted into a high-speed reconnaissance aircraft, but there's only so much that can be done while avoiding detection. I see. We'll incorporate your data into the hypothesis we've been developing. What hypothesis is that? Based on our observations, the Decagrammation engineers are not only aware of the Nameless God's power, but also have likely acquired it. Yes, that seems like a likely conclusion. We realized during our battle that the engineers were recording data from Toki's Abi Eshu. We can only conclude that was to validate whatever data they have collected of the Nameless God's power. On top of that, according to your information, there's another prophet, shaped like a ship, mining resources in the Glacial Sea. And, as it left the area, it left a massive trail behind. Which begs the question. What kind of question? We've more or less determined Gebra's purpose, patrolling and data collection. But for what reason is this mysterious prophet mining resources? That's... Do you think it has a different motive from Gebra? I believe so. Although that's just my belief. Again, this is all speculation and hypothesis. We'll only find that answer on the field, at the end of the trail we've been tracking. According to my calculations, there's a high likelihood that the ship prophet is waiting there. Wait, I have a report. While we've been speaking, it seems the terrain below us has changed. I will decrease our altitude. Please buckle your seatbelts. And beware of turbulence. Dot. Question mark? Question mark? What's wrong, President? What is this? I foolishly believed we had finally escaped the clutches of the glacial sea, only to enter a frozen tundra? There's nothing warm about a tundra. I can't take off my insulated suit. It's difficult to move. Yes, it's cold. I like it. Amy is so great. Maybe it's a teeny tiny bit better than the glacial sea. I don't want a teeny tiny bit. I would like for the fundamental problem to be solved. However, it is warmer here. On average, the temperature has risen around 3 degrees Celsius. In fact, the sea will not freeze as easily here. I would like to emphasize that there is no sea here. On to more important matters. I've identified something strange. What is that? It appears to be a trace left behind from something capable of moving. From certain perspectives, it is actually quite normal. We came this far following a wisp of a trace, so why should we not continue to follow a trace? But this one is, well, they look like giant pits, perfectly spaced out. Does a ship leave behind such traces? I know this sounds ridiculous, but yes, I don't quite know how to say it. However, as Sensei said, it appears to be something like the footprints of a huge monster? The way you can say aloud what everyone else is afraid to. It's quite commendable at times. Are modern ships capable of walking? No. Do you hear yourselves? Ships cannot walk. What purpose would it serve to attach legs to a ship? There is no one in existence who operates with such irrationality and inefficiency. But you enjoy irrational and inefficient things, President, like astrology and numerology and... You simply cannot understand my genius, Amy. Astrology is one giant science, combining the studies of many different disciplines, including celestial statistics and events, philosophy surrounding the malleability of fate, mathematics, and physics. But giant monsters are a realm that cannot be explained by science, a complete figment of imagination. There's no way they exist. Come now, Amy. I mean, well, during Volume F, we had giant Perodozilla. There was a couple giant monsters we had to fight. You say that now. How do we approach this? We have been unable to acquire any other leads. It would be inefficient to simply turn back now. I think so too. Thanks for the summary, Toki. Thank you, Sensei. And while you're at it, say compliments make the world go round. They say compliments make the world go round. I am not the world, but I am Asuma Toki. Amazing. This is an amazing line from Toki. I love Toki. What did you do, Sensei? Toki is saying weird things again. So it's my fault, is it? I've taken stock of the situation. Please alert us of any updates, Rio. Understood. Can you stand guard, Toki? We need to be prepared for any possible threats. Understood, President Himari. To be continued. Next episode, Flame. I'm about to catch up to where I left off on the Decagrammation story. I think that was episode 10. And I'll finally get to new content. Question mark? We followed the trail to the very end. There's a volcano in the middle of a tundra. Warmth! Too hot. I think it's just right. No, Amy, it's still slightly cold, and as always, you are slightly strange. Humans are designed to live in these kind of... No, in temperatures much warmer than this. The cold was nice and refreshing. This is too hot. This is beyond my threshold. I will remove my clothing now, Sensei. Oh no, Amy, please keep your clothes on. Look at that face though, that is an amazing portrait. No, Amy, contain yourself. But why? Humans naturally find cold more tolerable than heat. You can even suffer from heat stroke with sudden exposure. We are not equipped to endure heat stroke. Some symptoms include the following: fainting, convulsions, low blood pressure, dehydration, and even death. To make matters worse, it's difficult to determine the cause of death when people die of heat stroke. In conclusion, it's inhumane treatment to continue this operation and force me to endure this extreme heat. You're well versed in these symptoms, but please, just endure a bit more. We're sorry for causing you trouble, Sensei. Huh? You feel honored to have received an apology from me? That's a given. After all, who else can empathize so perfectly with others? And console them besides me, besides a delicate, fragile, genius hacker, a kind and benevolent president, an omnipotent and omniscient beauty? This simple task comes as easily as breathing to me. Yes, a simple task. I said it twice, to really emphasize how simple it is for me. Okay, Himari, okay. Yes, absolutely, of course. You're right, Himari. Your expression and your words are incredibly contradictory. The trail ends here. I'll scout ahead, however. The expected terrain has changed, thus so has the situation. Furthermore, there are many machines currently in operation. Yes, digging, drilling, transporting, demolishing. They are very busy. That's a drilling machine, isn't it? Drilling is primarily used to acquire resources, yes? Then what are they mining for? Then why are they mining for something here? Various ores tend to be formed in volcanic regions. Thank you, Rio. For example, volcanoes make copper ore, and you can mine a significant amount of sulfur near an active volcano, but... Oh no, she's cutting out. President? A communication jam. Toki? Yes, President Himari. I confirmed a powerful jamming signal broadcasting throughout the entire region. In addition, Ebi Eshu appears to be affected as well. This jamming signal operates by overloading electronics. No concern. In my experience, hitting technology very hard usually works. Amy? Donk. That's not how it works, Amy. It did not work. Peculiar. Maybe the angle was wrong? No, I don't think that was the problem. Is that so? Due to a lack of options, I will reduce output down to regular mode. I can store Ebieshu in the temporary trailer Miss Rio created with the Amos. Negative. The jamming signal has also interfered with the trailer's functions. The only other avenue is to manually dismantle Ebieshu. I can assist. Thank you, Amy. Wait, any equipment that's still running? Yes, I can utilize any of the online devices to reverse the jamming signal. It's strong enough that it should be possible. I found it. The signal is coming from that direction. Yep, we're going in without Rio's help. Is that a radio base? A strange facility of sorts. It may be made to transmit this jamming signal. No matter what it is, we'll need to find a way to resolve the jamming situation immediately. For what reason? Losing Abieshu as a combat tool is a huge blow to our forces. Furthermore, and I am absolutely loath to admit this, yeah, no Rio, but without Rio's Amos units and navigation, remaining here is risky at best. This is purely about the utility of the tools available to us. Do you understand? Do you? She just can't be honest with herself when it comes to Miss Rio. Understood. Amy, your expression reads as follows. President Himari cannot be honest with herself when it comes to Miss Rio. Thank you, Toki. Can you read my mind? No, I was simply talking. I figured as much. For now, let's go that way. Yes, let's do so, Sensei. The situation and circumstances all point us towards that direction. Follow me. Be careful, Sensei, President, everyone. Sa, watashi no ban ka. Okay, Otto, take everything out. 死んだ信じられない I love Momoi.
面白いと思います。
Yeah, Yuzu needs a second player. Aris has K now, and then we have then Momoi and Midori also play with each other, but then Yuzu's all alone. She doesn't get paired off with anyone. It's very sad.
お見せしましょう。とりゃ
Toria! Thank you, Reisa. Also, did you guys know it's Reisa's birthday tomorrow? I still need to actually edit the video idea I have. I need to record as well. I haven't recorded anything. I don't have any of the editing done. Break through the enemy defenses, please, Toki. Yes, you can all stay back. His music goes hard. Facility destroyed. Success. We have cut off the jamming signal. Is everyone okay? My signal just came back online. I would have been sorely disappointed if it hadn't. Well, for now, I suppose I'll say it's a relief. Yes, I've regained control over the Amos as well. I also have access to Ryo's trailer. A job well done. Where are you currently? The facility responsible for the jamming signal. We moved to this location when we realized what had happened. However, after the eradication of the first building, we've discovered another massive one behind it. Never mind something like this existing on land, but on the glacial sea? Something of this scale. Could it be? Have you realized something, Ryo? Nothing I can assert with absolute certainty. There's one thing I can say. The amount of resources being mined in this region, it far exceeds the mining done by the Prophet I've been researching out in the glacial sea. No one would have put this much of their workforce into mining for no reason. There must be a specific need for these resources. But this begs the question, what could they possibly need this much material for? Oh, and then they create the Steel Continent. That's what they're mining all these resources for. Could those children's and Decagrammation? Could they truly be planning on building a new kingdom? A steel continent, perhaps? What should we do, Sensei? Let's explore this facility. Isn't that pretty dangerous? Our odds have improved, and we have Miss Ryo back. Yes, the mission is to track down the Prophet and explore the terrain. If enemy forces appear again, I can defeat them once more. I am the strongest maid and secret agent. Of course. Thank you, Toki. That evokes an ominous feeling of sorts. Regardless, I second the motion. Someone went through the trouble of building a facility like this in an abandoned tundra. That, in and of itself, is worth investigating. As Ryo mentioned, there's something bubbling underneath it all we have yet to bring to the surface. Affirmative, the President responded as expected. Yes, I've said before, President Himari has such a side. There's been a growing number of conspiracy theories about me lately. Ahem. Anyways, tread carefully, everyone. Next episode, exploration. This passageway connects the destroyed facility with this one. We may have deployed too much gunpowder. The shockwave shattered everything. I merely followed the teachings passed down from my upperclassmen. Okay, so Akane taught you this, I see. One particular person's proverb was, there's no such thing as too much gunpowder. Of course. True. Yeah, but I know exactly whose proverb that was. I haven't detected any movement from enemy troops. You're clear to move forward. Let's go. I'm getting more and more intrigued. I'm registering sounds of machinery operating. Conveyor belt? Yes, after refining the mined resources, it seems they are transporting them elsewhere. I would surmise this to be a processing factory. On a massive scale, it's akin to a large steel mill. A mysterious trail, drilling machines, a signal jamming facility, and processing factory. Operations of this scale have been happening in this region without a single person noticing? Nefarious schemes play out that way rather often. Right. Yeah, your huge secret city that somehow no one noticed. The radar sight is down. We spotted the enemy at the entrance to the second facility. Now then, shall we get started? Getting started means forcing them deeper towards that place? I can do it. Hehehe, a rudimentary tactic. Lure them into our clutches and eradicate them as they dance in the palm of our hand. Troop deployment complete. Now, Ein, fulfill your role. Yes, it's slightly beyond my comprehension, but this is how one hunts down prey animals like rabbits and deers, from the base of the mountain to its apex. I learned of this from Soph. Other way around. Yeah, really? Not again. How does Soph know? We've never actually even encountered something like a rabbit or a deer. I've seen a lot of rabbits or deers. There's so many of them around where I live. Oh, we're about to be attacked. What is this? This can't be. A massive force of enemy troops preparing to engage you. Decagrammation forces? This is incomparable to our previous battles. What's our next move, President? I shall prepare for battle. Stand down, Toki. Amy's assessment is correct. Even you can't hope to take down an enemy force of that size. Furthermore, Abiyeshi wasn't designed to function in narrow indoor terrain. Ah, understood, Miss Rio. Is there no escape route we can use? Just hold on. I'm looking. Their force is charging in a single direction. It's blocking off the entrance you came through. There's only one clear path, deeper into the facility. If you follow it all the way down, there's an exit at the back. So the only route available to us is beyond the conveyor belt, to wherever the processed resources are being sent. There's no knowing what lies on the other side, but I would argue that taking the path would be more efficient than facing the full force of the enemy troops behind us. Okay, so we gotta keep going. In conclusion, I would agree with Miss Rio's suggestion. I can prepare for combat. She said no. There are times to fight. That time is not right now. Understood. I will clear the way. This has all the markings of a trap. I can't fall prey to these negative thoughts. With both Sensei and Himari here, we can push through this. Yes, Rio. Trust in us. We can do this. Okay, auto battle. You take care of this. Zenshin. Okay, auto battle. You take care of this. Nigashimasen yo. Koko wa clear. Shorty no poses. Yep, and deeper into the facility we go. And we're getting chased from behind. Okay, now I have to go to the bathroom really quick. So I'll be back. And we'll continue the story after I get back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Let's continue finally. To be continued. Next episode, Kokuma. Chokma dick, I guess. Why is there a CH if it's just Kokma? It should be Chokma, like choke on my balls or something. You know? Unfunny joke. Okay, I've located the exit. Hurry, Sensei, President Himari. It's locked. I'm forcing my way through. Excuse me. Huh? This is... You mean to say, this inside? We're now inside the volcano we saw earlier? The path led us into the heart of the volcano? This is really it, Rio? It was the most logical decision at the time. At the least, there are no enemies here. Volcano, high temperature area, and climbing. The heat is unbearable now. How are you going to fix this? Sensei, take responsibility. She's in heat, I see. Interesting wording here. You're better dressed than in your usual outfit, at least. I suppose. I'm melting away. Rip Amy. Oh, Himari's super comfortable? Phew. We may have ended up inside a volcano, but at least we can catch our breath. Let's go back to the helicopter and AC right now. Amy is this typical American. We love our AC here. Our state-of-the-art helicopter is not your refrigerator. Yep, there's all the mining equipment. The further in we proceed, the more drilling rigs there are. This mountain was likely the core target of their mining operations. The glacial sea, the tundra, and a volcano. Just what are they planning on doing with this wealth of resources? Is it for Chessed's munitions factory? No, if that were the case. Amy, you look unwell. Will you be okay? ... Oh no. She's dying. No, I truly am at my limit. If I don't make it, please leave a scoop. No, leave a whole box of ice cream in memory of me on my grave. Given the context, that sounds alarmingly not like a joke. However, the enemy seems to have stopped their pursuit. As hot as it may be, we can recollect ourselves here for a moment. They stopped? Yes, I'm scouring the area with drones and Amos, but I detected no enemy troops in the area. On the surface, that's a relief. Underneath, it's an ominous omen. An ominous statement. How so? Why would the enemy, who severely outnumbers us, not press their advantage? The only deterrent would be something of a greater threat. Or something they shouldn't approach. Ding ding ding! The answer is, in fact, both! That voice! It's you've somehow managed to intrude on this place. It's a shame it'll all be for nothing, isn't it? Yes, congratulations are in order. However, are they not? Quite a feat they have achieved. It doesn't matter, because it's all over now. I said it. I did it. Have you been watching us? Of course, ever since you set foot on the tundra. Do you think you could scuffle with our troops and still escape our attention? Oh my, oh dear, do humans really require such glaring facts to be explained to them? Disappointed, cannot accurately express the feeling running through my circuits. I suppose it's to be expected. From here, it's all over. Right here, right now. Yes, yeah, like Ein said, let's get this over with. Of course, if you choose to surrender, I cannot fathom a reason to not accept. Do we call this mercy? A sense of pity? You can't expect us to surrender without knowing the situation. What are you trying to do here? Is it okay to tell them? The details we cannot, but there are things we could reveal to the humans. Soft? Why not? We intend to build a new foundation for this world. Create everything anew, if you really think about it. We're doing it for you. To put it simply, we will present the perfect model, the complete answer. Yes. Now listen closely. This next matter is one of great import. Allow me to explain it in terms you understand. Is it not the bane of human existence to agonize over the right and wrong decisions, whether the path you tread is the optimal choice? We will graciously grant each and every one of you mercy. You will never again have another worry. Normally, or is just yapping, but that was the Master's very reason for existence. Oh my, have you been watching too many science fiction movies? What a third-rate villain line. And a waste of time, not even worth listening to. If you believe in your message, you shouldn't feel the need to hide things. That is correct. I've been told that nothing can be for the good of all, and creating something anew is not worthwhile. You're going too far. I'm starting to get a little angry. It's of no concern. This outcome was still within the range of our predictions, was it not? The Decagrammation engineers I've been hearing about. Tsukatsuki Ryo. Tsukatsuki Ryo. The new variable. You've arrived. So why did this variable finally make her appearance? No, another useless question. You, the first to notice the Master's presence, the audacious one who follows its trail. You have not resurfaced since the day the Kivodo sky almost fell. And, like that time, you should have remained put in the shadows, where you belong. I can acknowledge the sentiment. Your perception of me is yours to keep after all. However, you've gathered more data on me than I expected. We, the engineers, prepare for any and all possibilities, but because we're the engineers, that's why Kokuma will return everything to how it should be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're about to be attacked. The ground. Something's happening to the volcano. Detecting activity from the volcano, Sensei. There. There's more? A prophet. I'm seeing signals of a new prophet. Yes, I can confirm. The wave patterns. Is this Kokuma? Kokuma? Kokuma, the second Sephira of the Tree of Life. The realm's ancient guardian. Shining intelligence and hidden wisdom. Unwelcome variables are unwelcome. With Kokuma's power, this volcano will erupt. And eradicate the most unwelcome variable here, Shaw's Sensei. And of course, you, Tsukatsuki Ryo. No problem for you, right, Ein? ... If it's for elder sister. And did they not decline our offer of mercy? You're right, they did, yes. What in the world? This makes no sense. That thing on top of the lava, it's a super phenomenon. Right, I think the original purpose of our club was to investigate such things. The super phenomenon we were created to investigate and this are two entirely different breeds. The signal, is this the nameless gods? Gebra was always reliable, a hothead, but still reliable. That's why we left the important task of patrolling this glacial sea to it. In fact, it was Gebra's idea to lure you ingrates here. Even the amazing sensei and Tsukatsuki Ryo can't do anything to fight Kokuma. Not while it's in lava. Izumi Moto Amy is weak to heat, and Asumi Toki's Abieshu is in need of maintenance. It sure is tiring fighting without rest, huh? It's break time, in more ways than one. We still have our credit card, though. We will go ahead and grant you one, an eternal rest. Against these kinds of enemies, sometimes a straightforward operation works best. What are you going to do, Ryo? Oh, that's all the Amos drones. I will deploy every Amos I have to build a defense line. We can use the remains from the field facility. It won't be a proper barrier, but sometimes, against primitive opponents, you need primitive methods. That's... I see. That must be... Thank you, Ryo. The engineers stated that Sensei was their primary target for eradication. In their eyes, Sensei's presence is the biggest threat? Yeah, we have the Shidam chest and we have our credit card, you know. Sensei? I don't know what those children are thinking or planning. But for now, let's take care of what's right in front of us. And then you'll definitely turn on the AC for me? For 10 hours straight if you want. Thank you, Sensei. That's why I like you. Aw, amazing. The helicopter is going to run out of fuel if you do that. Oh, that's the sound of Kokuma. Preparing for battle. It's settled, everyone. Let us engage. We sure worked hard to lure them all the way out here. Good luck, Kokuma. Tsukatsuki Ryo may have deployed countermeasures, but our beloved Kokuma can handle them. Burp. I like that sound. Burp. And then it makes a roar. Everyone, look out! Okay, it's time to fight Kokuma. Yep, there it is. It's a transformer. It goes from icebreaker to huge mecha. And it breathes fire? That's crazy. Okay, time to take you down, Kokuma. Decagrammation.
これがあなたの可能性の具合の悪い方から順番に
Oh. Thank you, Wakamo. And there goes Kokuma. To be continued. Next episode, Tactical Victory. We're about to reach where I left off on for Decagrammation. We did it. What about the volcanic activity? Earthquake magnitude has reduced significantly. Lava flow appears virtually non-existent. The volcano is beginning to stabilize. That's the least of our worries. What is Kokuma's status? It can't be. Even though Kokuma was not yet perfected, I can't believe it lost. Wait, what is this? We've fulfilled our resource quota? That was the situation. It prioritized the protection of resource delivery rather than the defeat of the variables. If that was its plan, it should have spoken up. It should have spoke up, but baby Kokuma is a shy one. Hehehe. Let Kokuma retreat from here. In that case, in terms of strategy, we're already victorious. I wonder what the progress on Tiff is. After this episode, I might check really quick, or maybe next episode, because that's where I forgot where I left off on Decagrammation story. Kokuma is, yes, it's retreating towards the glacial sea. Regardless, how do I put this? To imagine it had a second form. Yes, the gigantic pics we saw were the actual footprints of the monster. Right, a giant transforming monster. Aren't you oddly excited right now, Sensei? Who wouldn't be excited? Come on, this is like perfect tokusatsu arc, you know. We're about to get the Kaiten Rangers here, and then we can get Kaiten Mark 1, and then just have a cool mech battle, you know. I mean, it's a giant transforming monster. Who wouldn't be excited about that? Hehehe, one of them proves to have good taste. Although, for that one to be the strange teacher, it's distasteful, problematic. Problematic, me, that's rude. Hehehe, I'm just glad someone out there recognizes how great our baby Kokuma is. Hey, why are we complimenting our enemies all of a sudden? Sure, I'm happy for you, but we still defeated the robot thing. Ugh, sure, whatever, you can tell yourself that. But we know the truth is that we retreated for your sakes, not the other way around. Sob. Don't be upset, Ein. It's okay, you did good. We will let sleeping dogs lie. This feeling of supposed victory, enjoy it to the fullest. Savor it, for now. Mark my words, a tactical victory does not make for a strategic triumph. They left. You seem disappointed, Sensei. Naturally, I'd hoped for more opportunities to converse with those children as well. Perhaps we could have found out more, even if only the barest crumb of a clue. You're right. We barely have any leads right now. I wanted to talk more about the transforming monster. That was your main concern? I am a transforming battlemate, Sensei. You are allowed to like transforming monsters. However, you should give me some of that affection and attention. Okay, Toki. Okay. Cute. Toki is very cute, though. Somehow, Toki seems a bit different. Yeah, it's been a while since Rio seen Toki. Let's head back for now. We have our own injuries to nurse. I agree. We need to catch our breath and perform maintenance. Yes, just like Gebra, I cannot positively assert that Kokuma has been rendered completely inoperable, and the barrage of battles expended a large amount of our resources. However, if needed, I could continue, for I am the perfect maid. Oh, except Abieshu is going down. False. Stand down, Toki. Even you need to rest. Power down Abieshu immediately. Understood, Miss Rio. Good work, everyone. I just might survive. But can we turn up the AC more, President? Spare me, Amy. It's already getting cold in here. Your yellow jacket is made for cold weather. You can put that on. You're telling me to wear a jacket just so you can have the AC on max? That's an utter waste of energy. What happened to the efficiency you love so much? You're wrong, President. In this case, inefficiency would be your operator not being able to reach 100% of our potential due to poor temperature conditions. Energy can be recharged. Machines can be maintained, even replaced. The human body cannot. We will leave this volcanic region at full speed. You two can reach a compromise after that. Great decision, Toki. Nice. It was nothing. Peace, peace. So cute. Toki is very cute. I can't wait. I did order all the maids on their rerun. I know they come out next year along with Big Niha. I can't wait for them. But peace? Yes, I learned this from President Himari herself. That's right. See how your very own Toki has grown and changed. That, everything you observe with your own eyes, they're all thanks to this Millenium mentor and super genius delicate chic beauty. What are you going to do about this, Miss Rio? The president's head has blown up again. No, Translation? Himari is happy she got to see you. Thanks for all that you've done. Where did you come up with that? That thought has never crossed my mind. Not in my entire life. I suppose I can't deny that your presence has benefited this mission in more ways than one. Thank you, Rio. You saved us. Yes. We are above the tundra region. The air current is stable, but please remain on guard for any emergencies. It seems like the Decagrammaton's remaining forces and facilities are no more. That reminds me, I collected samples from both of them. When did you do that, President? Do you intend on adding squirrel to your long list of titles? Oh my, a squirrel does sound cute. I believe this may be a rare situation where I accidentally encouraged her. I apologize, Sensei. If I agree, then I'd be agreeing that Himari is, well... I'm failing to comprehend this interaction. However, it appears we believe Amy did something wrong. I will agree. This is a little awkward, so I think it'd be best if I just stay out of it. Rio's so awkward. That's so cute. Very cute, Rio. Anyway, so what did you mean by samples? It's just as I said. Kokuma, resource harvesting facilities, and what seemed to be Decagrammaton's forces protecting them. They were all subjects worth analyzing. Above all, the fact that they were operating forces and facilities of the scale without Chesed, their munition factory, incites suspicion. We will need to land a helicopter to begin analysis. Understood. Let's do it somewhere very cold. Somewhere cool for Amy, maybe torture for me. That may be right, but we're also concerned about the helicopter engine overheating. It can't be helped. I'll give in this time. Yep, get your coat on. You don't have to start pouting already, President. To be continued. Next episode, Legacy of the Nameless Gods. To summarize, we followed Kokoma's trail from the glacial sea to here, and we uncovered its activity in the volcanic region. We believe it was harvesting resources to transport to a second location. Yes, we observed it building transportation routes, although we're still unsure of where the resources are being sent, and there are still facilities remaining in this area. Shall I perform recon in the area, Miss Rio, President Himari? Yes, thank you, Toki. Should I join her? No, I have a separate task for you, Amy. What is it? We need to do an analysis of the remaining Decagrammation facilities. My mission is to retrieve samples. Precisely. For this kind of endeavor, the more samples we have, the better. Oh, there's the Amos drones. What are you doing, Rio? Didn't you say you needed more samples? Then are you offering to help? Did you really feel the need to spell it out? It's a name. It's fine. Great. Let's get this over with then, shall we? Despite everything. You two are close friends. Sensei, I don't think they'll agree with that, but sure. Definitely wrong. Definitely not. You're completely wrong, Sensei. Okay, sure, very tsundere of both of them. Very cute. Will these samples be enough, President? Yes, that should be enough, Amy. We've nearly completed the analysis. Are you receiving the results, Rio? Receipt confirmed. I have a few conclusions I've made. Oh, is that so? Well, go on. I believe this to be a matter of great importance. We can confirm it on site. I've detected traces of material construction in the samples. Ah, I can see it. We've faced something similar before. Huh? We have? Yes, Sensei. Do you remember the Ark of Atrahasis? I think that's a Mesopotamian thingy reference, I think. Atrahasis. Sumerian king. It's the Epic of Atrahasis. And what happened to Harrison K? Yeah, she was able to summon a bunch of power. Ah! Yes, exactly, Sensei. Yes, it's the same. Material reconstruction is one of the signature powers of the Nameless Gods. There is no way to confirm for certain, since we don't have direct access to Kokoma. However, looking at the resource harvesting methods, their transport facilities, and even the forces themselves, yes, they're all created via material reconstruction, the power of the Nameless Gods. And now, I think our hypothesis is almost proven. Proven? Yes, all the pieces fit together. Asuma Toki, reporting. I have returned. I've confirmed the presence of hastily constructed rails leaving the volcanic regions. There are also several small defensive forces stationed along the paths. Okay, great work, Toki. Yes, of course, Sensei. You should be more proactive and bold in issuing me compliments. She is a compliment fiend. To be specific, here are some potential options. Head pats, a light hug, or your hands around my waist. Toki is so forward. She really wants those hugs from Sensei. Rio's like, where did I go wrong with her? Come on. Look at Rio. Wouldn't you forgive that face? I think I would forgive that face. Look at her. Look how cute she is. Look how dumb she looks too. Come on, I would forgive that face. Sensei, why are you suddenly flustered? Toki? I wouldn't question it, Miss Rio. I can't confirm if she's just revealed her true nature or if she's changed, but this is simply Toki now. Let's continue, Sensei. Right, what did you mean by all the pieces fitting in together? Disappointing. There were 3 prophets of Decagrammation that the Super Phenomenon Task Force faced before coming to the Glacial Sea. Bina, Chesed, and Hod. None of those three prophets had any relation to the power of the nameless gods. But when it came to Gebra and Kokuma, the prophets we met here, we identified traces of the power of the nameless gods, which could explain the rather surreal experience of a ship floating on lava that we all witnessed. What's certain is that Decagrammation and its prophets are already utilizing the power of the nameless gods, right? I mean, I could just put the camera on them and just talk, you know. I want my face to be visible though. Also, I don't think I can find a camera angle where I can get a bunch of plushies on screen. Yes, that seems to be an incontrovertible fact. The real concern is what they intend to do with that power. Also, Michiru is here because I think when we get to Toki's Momo talks, she will mention a Michiru. Or maybe that's during the chapter 3 story. I don't know, actually. Uh-oh. What? Rio, just now. Yes, I'm detecting it from here as well. What's wrong, President? Did something happen? Did you find something, Miss Rio? Please explain. Yeah, Michiru and Tsukuyo are pretty cute. Like, Izuna here. I have all their plushies. I didn't put them out today because they're not super relevant for this thing. Then again, neither are Yuka and Noah, but Yuka did get mentioned earlier, so there's that for her. But Tsukuyo, look how cute Tsukuyo is. I'm still waiting for my Arona and Plana plushes. They have not announced whether what if they're shipping or not yet, even though they said they would be. Okay, did you find something, Miss Rio? Please explain. Yes, for this to happen, we're going to have quite this emergency on your hands. Okay, I'm gonna put my drink elsewhere. In other words, we've detected a new prophet, but on an entirely different scale. Is this the giant hand one? It's a very, very powerful signal. I mean, Izuna appears in Volume F. She appears in a couple stuff. She mainly got introduced in the I think it was literally the first event she got introduced. But yeah, episode 10 is where I left off. Yeah, Cherry Blossom Festival commotion. She literally got introduced in the first event. And this is the famous event that saved Blue Archive, because it wasn't doing very well before we got the Bunny Girls. But yeah. I mean, the annoying part about the event recaps is that they still cost 10 AP per thingy, which kind of sucks. But like once you do get past all of them, you can always reread them. But yeah, I just wanted to come back because I want to check what level is Tiff at. How are we doing on top? He's at 4% already. Dang. People just work real fast here, okay? Honestly, I think Gebra is supposed to be next. I think Gebra might just completely get destroyed once Tiff is destroyed. Actually, speaking of Tiff getting destroyed, let me check how my things are doing. Nozomi and Hikari aren't getting borrowed, but looks like Amy is getting borrowed a lot. Cause I'm thinking most people are doing the cheese strat for Tiff. The cheese strat is very easy though. You just get all your healers on special, set auto, and let it go. Cause you don't need anyone else. Cause Chesed's X skill just completely demolishes Tiff. But yeah, that's where. Actually, no, I got two more episodes. Episode 12 is where I left off on Decagrammation. Dead End. Okay, status update. Rio? The analysis of the new prophet? Yes, I couldn't get a detailed analysis from here. Considering its strength at the time it occurred, the signal faded out incredibly quickly. I can confirm it's a new prophet, entirely different from Gebra or Kokuma. This would make it the third prophet we've encountered since coming here. It's a bargain sale for profit. Yeah, it's like a Super Saiyan bargain sale. I would like to buy one. What's the asking price? You two. They're fresh out of profit stock. I recorded the signal's coordinates. I'll send them to you now. It's quite a ways away. I'm curious to investigate, but having to take the risk of moving our base again. Furthermore, to sound out such a strong signal, there could be an ill intent behind it. Like something summoning us? It's a similar functionality to a bug zapper. I understand. I can't say for certain, but I certainly wouldn't rule it out. I smell a hidden trap. While it'd be rather valiant for the headlines to say something like, the Super Phenomenon Task Force bravely takes on the enemy's trap and prevails. I oppose. It's irrational and inefficient. Yes, I agree with Miss Rio. I am left with no other choice. Since no one else is taking the president's side, I will stand by her. I'm sorry, Miss Rio. What? Can you please not show sympathy like you're dealing with leftover inventory? On top of that, it's not like I've advocated for one method or another. Cozy Himari alt? No, you get Rider Himari alt, at least. I do like her new wheelchair. It's a wheelchair, by the way. Don't say it's anything else. She'll get mad when you say it's not a wheelchair. Then you're the one at fault, President. You should be presenting clear and concise proposals to the council. It was meant to be an icebreaker. An icebreaker! To finish what I was saying, while bravely facing the trap is an appealing option, I can't risk the safety of our members. Then, utilize my Amos. I have an Amos drone that I modified for high-speed recon for situations like this. I'll send it to the signal's origin. Oh my, so that neurotic personality of yours can be useful sometimes. Yeah, it's a wheelchair chair cycle. I'm only deploying the most rational method for the situation. What are you trying to say? Rider Himari is very cool, though. I'm surprised they didn't reference the Akira slide at all, because it seems like the obvious choice whenever you have a motorcycle in an anime. You know, forget it. I can't even open my mouth around here. Poor Himari. I don't have her plushie though, so I can't pet her. I've deployed the drone. It'll take about 20 minutes to reach the area. I'll slow it down, connect the video. What? Is there an issue, Miss Rio? I lost connection with my Amos drone. We need more details, Miss Rio. It's as I said, my connection was severed out of nowhere. It must have sent some amount of data before that happened, no? You got both of them already? Oh, you did post that on Twitter. I saw that. I'm gonna wait. I think Tuesday is when all the free polls get sent up, so I think I'll wait until Tuesday before I use all my free polls. And I still have a bunch of polls, so I could probably keep going, because I only need 48,000 in order to guarantee pull Aras and K for Fest. Hold on, I'm analyzing it. Is something wrong? Himari, I'm sending you data right now. Help me analyze it. It's really unusual for you to request my help, and so I'd assume. Yes, I'm truly hoping that my interpretation is wrong here. This is the big one, the big fist guy, right? What's going on? Things are okay, right? What in the... This means... It seems like I wasn't wrong. Yeah, there's no way you would make a mistake with these. After all, I do respect you when it comes to this field. What's the matter, President Himari? To get to the heart of the issue, it appears that at the coordinates is... the multi-dimensional barrier that once protected the Ark of Atrehasis. The Ark of Atrehasis? Yep. Yes, Sensei, there's no mistaking it. But why here, and why now? Does this mean the red sky will return to Kavodos, and the strange machines? Yeah, the hand guy raid, I just didn't get it. Then I looked up a guide and I only sort of got it. It was just the execution that kind of screwed me. Because I don't think my own Wakamo isn't strong enough, so I have to borrow someone else's. I suppose you could call this a silver lining, but I don't think the threat is to that extent. That's right, at the very least, it doesn't seem like there's signs of dimensional interference at the mentioned coordinates. But the multi-dimensional barrier is there. Yes, considering this new data and what we've discovered so far, I would have to conclude that the prophets have fully immersed themselves in the power of the nameless gods. Furthermore, for them to have utilized an almost insurmountable defense mechanism, a supernatural natural phenomenon beyond anything we'd previously encountered, which means they're hiding something here. Yes, so what countermeasures are currently available to us? The only way we overcame the multi-dimensional barrier the first time was with the Utnapishtim's ship Sensei made for us. This one's probably also a Mesopotamian reference, just like Atrahasis. I'm gonna look it up just to be certain. Utnapishtim. Legendary mortal king of the ancient city of Shurupak in southern Iraq for the Gilgamesh flood. Survived the flood by making and occupying a boat. Okay, so this is the flood story from the Epic of Gilgamesh. Okay. Reading, who cares about reading? I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I don't read. We would be hard-pressed to get another supernatural phenomenon at that scale into our arsenal again. Yeah, and Gematria is kind of gone, so we don't have any of their technology. Yeah, that's probably the case. Right, it's difficult to admit, but we're low on options. Everything is a non-starter. If we can't find a way to deal with the nameless god's power, and even if we forgot the barrier, we'll have to find a way to circumvent the prophet's ability to manipulate material reconstruction and recover infinitely. Yeah, we haven't seen Black Suit in a long time. Did he actually die from the chroma? I don't think so, right? Because Underground Dweller kind of met with the remaining Gematria people before he did his thing in Volume 1, Chapter 3. I agree. We may have dealt some critical damage to Gebra and Kokoma, but they recovered in no time at all. Yes, using reconstruction, the recovery process is almost instantaneous. The prophets are already able to utilize the nameless god's power to this extent. What can we even do about it? Also, President, how can we forget the multi-dimensional barrier? Even if we try to pretend it's not there, it will still be in our way. Now that I think about it, what did we do back then? We summoned the power of Arasu. So then, back then, with Frankie, is that the painting guy, or is that the two-headed puppet guy? I forget the Gematria people because they haven't been relevant in quite a while. Our main objective is to destroy the Ark of Atrahasis in the sky above Kivodos. However, the Ark is protected by a quantum superposition state barrier that makes physical access from the outside impossible. As long as this barrier is in place, physically reaching the Ark is impossible. Oh, third personality. He had three personalities? I only remember the two, because the two come up. He had a third personality, that's crazy. Therefore, we plan to pass through the barrier by putting Utnapishtim's chip in the same quantum superposition state. And we only did that with Aris's power. But ultimately, the approach method failed because the Ark of Atrahasis changed the entire value of the state itself. So we ultimately relied on... Yep. To be continued. Next episode, proposal. Yeah, okay. This is where it's completely new territory for me, where I haven't read the story yet. So let's get started with it. Departure. So we're gonna have to ask Arasu for help. I need to go back and finish Volume 1, Chapter 3, because I got to the point where Ayane summons her entire army of helicopters, and that's about it. That's the last thing I remember. Oh, it's finally arrived. Yes, the last of the resources have arrived from the grid points. Well. Factually, honestly, that's not quite true. Total collection rate is at 99.98%. Your statement is false, until we receive about 2 more deliveries, that is. That's true, but... Whimper. It's fine, Ein. Considering what do you call it, our margin of error, we're still fully prepared to start the next steps. Or, why are you always ruining the mood? But, did you not agree with me, Soph? And what exactly did I agree to? I can count the number of times I've been aligned with your nonsense on one hand. Aura is actually kind of cute. The very factual statement that Anya is the cutest when she's crying. What? I mean, that is true, but... yeah, Volume 1, Chapter 3 is very long. Even you, Soph? God, what I'm trying to say is, I didn't mean it like, look what you did, Or. On what basis do you accuse me? Mad. They're fighting again. They're always fighting. Everyone. So are we gonna... oh, no, we're still with the 3 people. The engine resource transfer is complete. Next is our laborers to turn. Is that enough? 38. You should have enough for Fest. Like, just barely enough, I think. I think you could... you probably have, like, 10 rolls still left over, basically. Based on what you have. So you can guarantee get both Arisu and K. Good job, Ein. Everything is functioning as intended, yes? But still, I'm worried. Helical number 3's wounds haven't fully healed. Helical number 3? Ah, you mean the one with paint peeled off? You already named it? Yes, and it's more likely to rust with damaged paint. So I reinforced it with a huge machine arm while I was treating it, and now it's a bit bigger, so it needs bigger power. Yeah, you should be fine. It's just, whatever happens after Fest, I think you would get bankrupted. That means the actuator also has to be bigger, so I used this chance to make a bigger body with stronger materials too. Calm down, Ein. Deep breaths. I noticed helical number 3, you said? I know that device is very, very important to you. Oh, you have a bunch of unread momos. You better get on those. I also need to get on my momos, because I just added 2 more unread momos with Arm Toki and the Subaru, I think is her name. The girl from Volume 6 that I haven't read yet. It's number 3, and helical number 3 is not a device. That child is, it's special. How could it be that special? It's just 1 out of tens of thousands of laborers. Hell Colding crew saw Soft, the cold-blooded, brutal overseer who sees everything as a means to her ends. Do you truly not know that your cold, soulless words wound Ein's tender heart? I don't want to hear that from you. Anyways, Ein, will that be sufficient to treat helical number 3's wounds? All physical upgrades must be accompanied with corresponding software optimization and support. You fitted helical number 3 with the gift of power, but its joints and parts may slowly wear away. Its life expectancy could even be halved. What? I don't want that. Yes, I'll assist. Trust in me. First, I shall optimize its processes. It'll be capable of operating twice as fast, finishing work in half the time. And while it's idle, yes, let's make it so that helical number 3 grabs its own feet and spins around in the same spot forever, endlessly, and then... That's too mean. Wah! Anya is very cute, though. Oh, and Soph and Aura are fighting again. No violence! Ugh. Yeah, no, they built up for me because I've been wanting to do them on stream. But I haven't done... I need to do more Momo Talk streams just to clear them out. But since the collection rate is at 99.98%, yes, you're right. It's finally time. Yes, for our elder sister. For Malkuth to finally descend to this plane. Can we do it? I didn't ruin everything, right? They're the 3 engineers of Decagrammation. They're the ones who are helping build the new prophets. So they didn't build the 4 previous prophets beforehand before we went to Glacial Sea, that was Chesed, Kether, and Bina. Chesed, Kether, Bina, and Hod. They didn't build those 4, but then Gebra and Kokma they've built, and then the new fist guy, here comes the giant fist guy. Yes, there's a lot of art about them. Cause like, let me get rid of the textbook. Look at their outfit. That it's barely covering anything. They just have a jacket on. It's kind of their outfit is kind of crazy. The official Blue Archive Discord banned anyone posting fan art from them because Discord TOS could very easily get that server for that, an official server for that. If I made a mistake or something, an elder sister doesn't wake up because of it. Cut the nonsense, Ein. We trust you. You've done well all this time, no? None of us can come close to you when it comes to knowledge of mechanical equipment. But... I understand your concerns, Ein. After all, at a certain point, you must begin to consider quantum mechanical effects. Gebro's the glacial sea, and then Kokoma's the lava ship. Saying that you did your utmost becomes a feeble excuse at one point or another. Sob. But it simply is what it is. With every endeavor comes a time when you must simply accept the results. While I do not necessarily endorse our use of borrowing the forbidden power to facilitate our elder sister's ascent, what matters is the results. The results! And look at how we've concealed this place from nosy outsiders. Yes, the multi-dimensional interpretation probability superposition phase barrier. That's long and annoying, so let's just call it the multi-dimensional barrier. Using space itself, where all possibilities and infinite dimensions are included as probabilities, as a defense mechanism. Kokoma is pretty cool because it turns into it's a ship and then it turns into the actual mech form. I love transforming mechs are just always cool. We procured an excellent sample that day. Thanks to that, we were able to reverse engineer and reconstruct it to what it is now. Hee 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 hee. Is now the time that you at last admit that my invaluable contributions led to that particular result? Oh, you got to floor 46? I have not. I need to try higher floors because I think I could probably do floor 49 on if I really want to lock in. Like, actually not even lock in. If I just want to make the bare minimum effort of paying attention while doing it, I could probably do floor 40, but I don't really 49, but I don't really want to do that. Yes, I despise admitting to it, but it's true. I guess those the resources from it can be useful for super optimization. But the thing is, like each individual level you do for those resources just only increases the stat by like +10. It's like not a huge boost until you get to until you add a bunch of them. I'm sorry, when it comes to that part of the theory, I still don't fully get it. Sob. It's fine, Ein. In the first place, all three of us have different things we're good at, right? Soph, why is your kindness reserved for Ein and only Ein? Look deep inside yourself for the answer to that question. Anyways, yes, this place is under the multi-dimensional barrier's protection. It's nearly impossible for nosy outsiders to sniff around in here. We could even say we wield the Nameless God's power in our very hands. Can we really think of it that way? What if someone gets mad at us later for using it? Well, aren't we the ones making the best possible use of said power? Why do you insist on complicating things? We are perfect beings. We simply utilize what we desire and throw out the rest. Why give a single care for a forgotten legacy of the old times? Yes, we've heard of the existence of the gods' priests and such. They should bow with gratitude that we're utilizing their power, those losers who bent the knee to time. Nice, Or, that's the spirit. It's really okay to do this? What a peaceful day in the game development department. At last, I made it to the end. How was it? How was it? Yes, I know. This is a trash game. Amazing reaction. Yeah, it is strange that the engineers don't have halos. Like they do mention that once you defeat Hod, like Hod's after Hod's defeat, and then the episode after, they mentioned that they don't have halos like the other people do. This is an amazing reaction though. I love Aris. I've seen this reaction image so much. Ugh. In the first place, sis, why is it that the second I step foot on the ice, I die of hypothermia? Because the game's set in a polar region? That's what happens in polar regions, right? That's way too extreme. You need to at least let people play the game. Defeation? When did I say defeation? I don't remember that. As long as you don't skip the tutorial, you get ice gear, snow gear. The tutorial that took 30 minutes to get through, and you have to find that gear in an obscure hidden corner of the map? And more importantly, even in real life, you don't die the second you touch some ice. You've never been to the Arctic. How do you know, huh? They're about to go to the Arctic, I will say. Fine, whatever. Forget realism. What happened to all the snow gear resources I drew for you? Those will be released with future DLCs. Defeation? Did I say defeation? Hod's defeat? Whatever. You know what? Whatever. I say, my English is very good, okay? Don't worry about it. Even though I've been speaking English my whole life. Bro. Come on, my boy. You can't be selling DLC immediately. Then don't ask me to draw them in the first place. Peace. This is a typical day in the game dev department. So stop fighting. However, I had a lot of fun. I had fun making the game as well as playing it together and fixing it. Wow, Aris. 我的中文不太好, don't worry about it. Maybe it always ends up like this because Aris spoils Sis too much. But I do think there's a fundamental problem. What could we have missed? As the story writer, designer, and lead producer, this is a problem I need to seriously ponder. You're the one who gave yourself the lead producer title. I got it. Based on my expertise, I conclude that our game, Polar Adventure, is just lacking real-life references. To be more specific, we need more realistic information about the polar region. What are you even on about, sis? What do you think is going to happen here? We're just gonna pack up our stuff and take a trip out to the glacial sea? Oh, Midori, you shouldn't have said that. You should not have said that. You just willed that into existence. Trip? Even more outside than the outside? That's... Poor Yuzu. Yuzu, are you okay? But think about it. Endless fields of snow, blue glaciers, polar bears, and penguins playing together. Don't you think an awesome scene like that would fill us with inspiration and energy? It's total self-gratification. Also, polar bears and penguins don't live in the same region, and even if they met, the penguins would get eaten. But please don't bring real wilderness stuff into this. Someone's calling Aris? Is this number not... Sensei's? Wait, it's Sensei? Talking to Sensei is nice. Hehe. Aww, Yuzu's so cute. That's so cute, Yuzu. Hello, Sensei! Hi, Aris! Yes, this is Sensei's Aris. It feels like it's been a long time. Ah, it is not simply a feeling? Thinking about it, it truly has been too long. I guess it has been very long. Like, when's the last time they... In terms of, like, release order, I guess the main event for the game dev department was like a year but before this. Very long time before the game dev department got relevant again. Momoi, Midori, Yuzu, and I would all like to see Sensei more often, so please call us more. Sorry. By the way, is everyone there? Yes, we are in the club room, testing the new game we created. We would like to play it with you, Sensei. Is that good? Is it that good of a game? That is... It's a trash game. I am unsure. However, the process of making it was very fun. Is everything okay, Sensei? The tone of your voice seems to be slightly different from what I'm used to. Yeah, you're right. You said everyone was there, right? Yes, we are. We're about to ask her to go to the Glacial Sea. I kept going back and forth about how much I should tell Aris and the game development department. But in the end, I thought honesty would be the best policy. It's like, yeah, we're dealing with this super dimensional barrier. We kind of need Aris again. I would like you all to listen closely to what I'm about to say. Glacial exploration. Glacial exploration. Yay, yay, I understand, Sensei. Is that not wonderful, Momoi? A glacial trip with everyone. Heck yes, perfect timing. Sensei's the best. Hey everyone, I emphasized this multiple times, but you realize that this will be very dangerous, right? Right, sis. And you too, Aris. Let me summarize what Sensei said. We're up against this mysterious AI thing with mysterious goals. On top of that, it made some giant robot monster help it reach said goals. So they might need Aris's help fighting it. We already deal with those kind of bosses enough in video games. Yeah, exactly what Midori and Yuzu said, so you should take this more seriously. But Sensei, I am your ally, and you are my ally. I'm very thankful to hear that. But let me reiterate myself. In a way, this is... I understand now. This is a very serious situation. It may be so dangerous that you will not be able to guarantee my safety. Arisu. ... Understood. Sensei, how do I get to the Glacial Sea? What? Arisu? Arisu? Why are you surprised? One should not run away when an ally is in trouble. That is a basic tenet of party play. And for me, I feel grateful that I am the one you think of in this kind of situation. It means you trust me, Sensei, and that trust between us is proof that we are allies. Aww. Are you sure about this? Sensei, I may only be an apprentice, but I'm still a hero. At least, I'm trying to be, every day. So I would like to help make this world a better place, even if it is just by a little bit, and I mean that. That is why I cannot run away and hide when someone who has helped me so much reaches out to me. That is how I will make the world better, in my small way. But what will you do if things get really, really dangerous? I see. If things do become that dangerous, then no matter what... Aww. The end of Volume 2, Chapter 2, that was so cute. I will return to being a student and hide somewhere safe. Oh, that's totally right. After all, there's no such thing as a cheap move when it comes to gaming. Yes, well, as long as you're not hacking or cheating. I think we could do that much. What do you think, Sensei? Can you pinky promise to pull off cheap moves if it comes down to that? Of course, Sensei. A hero never goes back on a promise. Oh, but is keeping a cheap promise a good thing to do? Yeah, there's too many ways to say her name. The English translation is probably not the best way to say it, because it is A-L-I-S, so Alice would probably be the best translation. Arisu is like too literal of a translation from Japanese, because that's just how they would write it in katakana, but you know. It's fine, Aris. It's like cheesing a game. Yeah, just like the cheese strats we use for TIFF. And sometimes you have to cheese games to win, right? Like Easter eggs that devs put in, hoping that players will make use of them. I see, I understand. Then I must ask again, how can I get to the Glacial Sea? Thank you, Aris, Momoi, Midori, Yuzu, thank you. I'll send you a text with instructions. And there's one last thing I want to say. What is it, Sensei? Cheese Chesed. I really wish there was a better way to cheese Chesed. There was not. Make sure to dress warm. To be continued. Next episode, Allied. And I finally got the achievement for reading episode 13. Huh? Sensei, is there a problem? Rio should be getting here about now. There are still 5 minutes remaining. Perhaps that is enough time to start expecting someone to arrive. However, when it comes to Rio, I believe she would come exactly on time, not one single second late. Or, on very rare occasions, she'll arrive a minute early. Himari, aren't you cold? Yes, I am. Unbearably so, in fact. I'm colder than an elegant cliff-top bloom getting directly hit by the morning frost. How about staying inside? Although that's a reasonable suggestion, I'm making this particular event an exception. Amy is very, very hot. Oh, I didn't read that dialogue. She not only threw this work in my face, but also decided to disappear of her own volition. If I weren't here to greet that president, who's at long last showing her face. I mean, Blue Archive girls are very cute, The frustration and anger would keep me up all night. It'd be nice if you could just be honest and admit you're excited to see her after so long. That's not true. You're wrong. You completely misunderstand me. I cannot believe we spent this much time together, and you still have no idea what kind of person I am, Amy. I actually said that because I know you so well. Anyways, much has happened, and although I joined halfway through, I can confidently say that my bonds with President Himari and Amy are just as strong as everyone else's. Wow, that's some confidence there. Of course, Sensei, I was once told that, with enough passion and brute force, things like this will work out somehow. By who? Momoi. Amazing, thank you, Momoi. Momoi is an inspiration. Ah yes, that makes sense. Looking back, Ryo was the one who created the Super Phenomenon Task Force, Decagrammation. The goal was to research a deity to prove its existence and, if possible, analyze its constitution. If such a thing were possible, then it would mean it could be replicated. This is how a new god could be created. The Absolute Being Autonomous Analysis System was created based on the hypothesis. In other words, it's an artificial intelligence seeking out divinity. Originally, it was just me and the president. Then Amy brought Sensei. We've gone from desert to factory to ruins to here. I have nothing special to add, so I'm randomly interjecting. Otherwise, I would have to sit idly by, and that is boring. Thank you, Toki. Randomly interjecting Toki. Amazing. Come here, Toki. I'll hold your hand. Aw, that's cute. Thank you. Cute. Oh, are they jealous? Are they jealous? For some reason, this feels unfair. Me too. Me too. You two, are you Sensei's pets or something? Anyways, I refuse to indulge in dull nostalgia, yammering about how so much has happened, or time has flown by. That doesn't align well with the image of a delicate yet beautiful super genius hacker like me, and it ruins the mood. Just like efficient hacking, everything in life should be done in a quick, clean manner with no ramifications. Oh, it's there. It seems you arrived while we were talking. You have the bunny version? I don't even have the body version. I just have the arm version that just released. Question mark? I wonder if Arm Toki is good for anything. Any raids or anything. It's Winter Rio. I want to see Winter Rio finally get released. That'd be cute. Cool. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Question mark? You've arrived in something rather ostentatious, haven't you? Ostentatious, haven't you? My transport ship? It's nothing special. They say the big can serve the purpose of the small. There's still a lot of room for improvement. I didn't have time to properly outfit with everything we might need for this mission. W. Rio. So true. Yes, alright. We'll just say you did your best. Welcome, Rio. We were waiting for you. Sensei. Welcome, Miss Rio. We have been waiting for precisely 5 minutes. Toki. Have you found your purpose? My purpose? No, it's okay. You don't need to answer if it's too difficult. Just by seeing you now, I know the answer. Is that so? Yes, I've said it once before, but please indulge me one more time. I'm sorry, Toki. I take full responsibility for everything that happened. What? You have grown, Miss Rio. I haven't seen such a heartwarming moment in a while. Don't tease me too much, Sensei. Aw, Rio's so cute. She deserves the head pats. You're not teasing me? Isn't that even worse? You have something else to tell me? What is it? Listen, Rio, please prepare yourself for what I'm about to say. 3%? Last I checked, it was at like 5%. So I'm guessing in an hour, or maybe an hour and a half, it should be finished. What? Is the world ending tomorrow? Did I not get the memo? It's not to that extent. Aris and the game development department are on their way here. Question mark? Exclamation point. I would rather have tomorrow be the end of the world. Aw, she's too embarrassed to see Aris again. Amy, Toki. Understood. Yeah, keep Rio here. Mobilizing. Rio, you are not escaping. Let me go! I'm leaving! Toki, of all people, you can't be doing this to me! I'm sorry, Miss Rio. This is what I want to do now. This is not what I meant by that. You said they'll be here tomorrow! Tomorrow! This is not what we agreed upon! This is definitely after F, because they stole the multi-dimensional barrier from Volume F. Poor Rio. Calm down, Rio. Whether they're here today or tomorrow, does it really make a difference? Yes it does. I'm not mentally prepared for today. I have to plan what I'm going to say, and above all, it is entirely irrational to change an established schedule without prior notice. It's the way this situation ended up, and more importantly, according to astrology, it would be most auspicious to meet at this time today. You still believe in that meaningless constellation fortune telling? As I always say, astrology is one giant science, combining the studies of many different disciplines. Oh, you're saying this? I'm saying this again. Including celestial statistics and events, philosophy surrounding the malleability of fate, mathematics, and physics. Well, that's completely irrelevant right now. Okay. Are you okay, Rio? I'm not okay at all, Sensei. Of course, I did some things, and I should pay the price for them, but I just wasn't expecting this. Rio looked at me with resentment in her eyes. While I could understand where she was coming from, it felt a little unfair. Oh, there they're coming! Ah! Oh. It looks like they're right on time. Our adorable underclassmen, that is. Exclamation points. The helicopter arrived. And the first person who came running out was... Arisu? Sensei! Yeah, it's Arisu! Cute. Aris! Arisu jumped into my arms with all her might. Sensei almost fell. You're really here, Sensei. I missed you immensely. Welcome, adorable Arisu. Ah, Toki, hello! Hi, Arisu. Are you not cold, Amy? Even I am cold, and I'm all bundled up. This outfit is so cute. Not at all. I actually like how cool it is. That is good to hear. Arisu is so bewildered by Amy's outfit. Welcome, Aris and everyone from the game development department. Himari, how have you been? Your yellow jacket is very pretty. Oh my, thank you. You really are just the cutest, Aris. We're here, Sensei. Yes, it's Winter Momoe. I love Momoe is so cute in this outfit. And everyone else. It's been a long time. Hi, Sensei. Getting here was so hard. Aw, Midori is also cute. At first, I thought we were just going on a fun train ride, but then we had to switch to all different kinds of transportation until we ended up on a helicopter, and it was so cold. To make matters worse, it ended up taking 3 whole days. It felt like we were going on a long-distance journey in a video game. Yuzu. Amazing. Achoo! Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. You weren't joking when you said it would be cold. But look at all of you, bundled up in your cute snow outfits. That is exactly my reaction, Sensei. Yeah, this is just their winter outfit. The outfits they have in the event are their battle outfits. Momoe and Midori get some weird looking battle outfits though. They look like super astronauts. Thank you, Sensei. Midori picked our clothes. The designs are very similar to the gear in the game we were making. Yeah, it's an action-adventure puzzle turn-based shooter game that takes place in the Glacial Sea. That is a lot of genres, huh? And the game is good? Of course. Who do you take me for, Sensei? Now, we need to get moving. But there's one last introduction to be. Oh, where did Rio go? Maid? Oh, she's... Hello, I am the operations support assistant for the AI system for this Glacial Sea base. Thank you for coming all the way here, game development department members. Rio, please, Rio. Dot. Rio, I can't handle this. AI? Drone? Oh, that! Like the boss thing that always tries to destroy humanity in video games? Sis, that's a bit... I'm totally right though, aren't I? That's the whole reason we came here. We're supposed to fight some mysterious AI that made a giant robot to fight us and fulfill its even more mysterious goals. Now that you mention it. No, everyone, that's not it. You see, how do I explain this? I have no concerns. I was created to help you, and I will fulfill my purpose. Therefore, Rio! It is Rio! Of course, Arisu noticed it. Rio needs to be less nervous. What? Like last time? Rio, is this like some sort of a prank? I am not Tsukatsuki Rio, but it's very nice to see you again, Rio. How have you been? Have you been well? ... Even if it's only through video, I would like to be able to see your face, like last time. Is that not possible today? It is okay. I know you always have many responsibilities, so I'm sure something very important is making it difficult to say hi. Oh, still, it is a bit sad. When I heard that Sensei and everyone else were going to be here, I was very much hoping to see you too. Yes, Guild Tripper. Yeah, no, you every genre at the same time for a video game. That's kind of insane from Momoe. Poor Rio. Come on, Rio. Just say hi to Arisu. Wait here for 1 second. Yeah, I'll go get Rio. What? Drag her kicking and screaming out here. Sensei. Let's go, Rio. But it's fine. I'll be with you. Now's the time to be brave. Exclamation points. Okay. I took Rio's hand and started walking back outside. I was relieved when she followed. Ah, it's Miss Rio. So in these kinds of situations, I should... Hello, Miss Rio. It's been a while, in a lot of different ways. Hello, Miss Rio? Rio! Aw, Eris is so sweet. She's even excited to see Rio, despite her almost trying to kill Eris. But yeah, no. I think Rio deserves all all the love, you know. Look at her. I see. This happens often to adorable Eris. Additionally, she has a good height for head pats. Perhaps giving her some will help calm you down, Rio. Is that so? Hey, how come Eris is the only one you guys call adorable? Understood. I will call you Noisy Moi from now on. Oh, that's so... bruh. Rude. Never mind. Just forget it. Miss Rio, I have a lot of questions, but there's just one really important one. If we were in a similar situation as back then, and you could save the world by sacrificing one person, would you still do it? ... Sis? Momoe? I was passed out the whole time, so I've only heard it secondhand, but isn't that what Miss Rio said? What? Why is everyone looking at me like that? This kind of thing always comes up in games right when you forget about it, so I'm working off of past experience here, okay? My point is, I don't know what Miss Rio's been up to, or what she's planning to do with Sensei. But if she has the same values as she did back then what happens if we run into a similar problem? He's going to come up with a similar solution. Momoe is actually... 17 children? That's a lie. You know, you can't even play mini sports with 17 children. But Momoe is actually very emotionally intelligent, despite being very, very dumb looking, you know? So, sis, that's a bit... Hold up, Midori. I deserve to have my voice heard here. I was knocked out when all of this went down. Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't Aris the one who attacked me? Actually, if I think about it a little harder, it was also Kay, right? Wait, then how does this work? Eek, I'm very sorry, Momoe. It was all my fault. It's okay, that's all in the past, and the most important thing is that we're all here together now. ... Isn't 8 too much for Mario Kart? Because you can't play if there's 8. You have to play. You have to have 7. But actually, 17 would be enough for the new Mario Kart if you give every 2 people a Switch 2, you know? Anyways, like I said, this happens in games all the time. You know, people claim that the minority should be sacrificed for the greater good, but then they tuck tail and run if that sacrifice ends up being dumb. But you weren't like that at all, Miss Rio, so I'll give you that. The city itself will warp, distorting into a new concept called the Arc. Then Kivodos will. This is my fault. If I hadn't fallen victim to my hubris, if I hadn't created the city, I did this. Dang, that's pretty long time. So I have to stop it. What do you mean by that? I'm going to send the system into overdrive to stop it. My life means nothing in the face of the world's survival. I must. Poor Rio. Back at that time. So I think that we deserve to know if you're still willing to make that kind of decision. That's just the situation we're in. Momoi is actually right. Dang. Momoi is very smart. Naturally, my life is the solution to stopping the destruction. I won't hesitate. However, if Aris or Toki is at risk, or anyone else for that matter, I'll work to the very last moment to find a different method. Truly. Until we're at the end of the very end. ... I've always had a tendency to come to a conclusion and pursue that single-mindedly. I believe that to be the most rational approach. But I know differently now. If there's even the slightest possibilities of a different outcome, I should reach for it. Because there are some things that can't be reversed. I think Rio deserves forgiveness. She's grown. No, that is not good, Rio. Aris? I'm very happy that you're being so considerate of others, but to hear you exclude yourself from the list makes me very sad. That's why I hope you give yourself a chance too, Rio. Aww, Arisu. Because no matter how hard a game is, you can always do better on your second run. Right, that was a good example, Aris. ... Rio, yeah, it's so strange. I'm having difficulty speaking the words I wish to speak. Did my language skills get debuffed? It's fine, it's fine. Saying these things is hard for everyone. It's a good atmosphere. Don't you agree, Sensei? I haven't seen such a heartwarming moment in a while. But now that I think about it, it hasn't been a while this time. What does that mean? ... Come on, Rio. Anyways, I think everyone has said what they wanted, and it's inefficient to keep a dead conversation going. Agreed. Miss Rio's weak point is difficult topics such as this one. I apologize on her behalf. Toki, I understand that you have no ill intent, but saying such things in the current company, it makes Rio's position a bit... What's wrong, Himari? The fact that I'm not very adept with these kinds of types of conversations is the truth, isn't it? No, right. I need to get used to it. I must. In order to protect my sanity, I must. You have it rough, Himari. I'm glad you're here, Sensei. I'd like to apologize to everyone. I've made many mistakes. And if you see me on the verge of making another one, please tell me. I'll do my best to accept, if it's within the limits of what's possible. What's acceptable. It would have been nice if she didn't say the second part. It's a huge improvement for Rio, but she still has a long way to go. Yeah, she's going through some character development. Don't worry about it. Rio, Sensei, why did you bring us all the way out here? Right, you used such secretive methods to get us here, too. Oh, that's... Right, we need to talk about that, too. Yes, since we finally all gathered, shall we break down the current situation, piece by piece? Feel free to raise your hand if you have any questions. Whoa, Himari, you totally sound like an old grandma. Shush, shush, sis, what if she heard that? To be continued. Next episode, Snow Fight. Episode 15, Snow Fight. And that sums up the current situation. Now, any more questions? Himari, I'm only asking this because everything you just said is so totally unbelievable. But this isn't some joke hackers like to make that I'm just not getting, right? Seriously, sis? Please. I did expect at least one person to have that reaction. However, that truly is the current situation, just as Himari said. Our current objective is to disable the multi-dimensional barrier. Yes, just like last time, if you recall. Yep. Which is why I asked Aris and you for all the help. And you all for help. I'm sorry, everyone. I might not be able to take care of things this time, but I'll do what I can. Sensei, if you say stuff like that, how are we supposed to respond? She's right. Bowing your head just makes us feel bad. On top of that, well, this is actually... Yes, I understand, just like last time. I can do it, Sensei. I can do anything for you. But... No, nothing. It'll be okay. In this world, there are magic and miracles, so I'm sure everything will work out. Aris? But I'm not enough on my own. What do you need? Whatever it is, we'll get it to you, one way or another. It is true that I was able to lift a sword of light, the blessed sword of light on that day. However, I cannot lift it with just my strength. It was the same back then. In order for me to equip the blessed sword of light again, I need K. Yeah. We're gonna have to revive K. K? Ah! Aris, does that mean back then, K fulfilled your request? Yes, K helped me, which is why I was able to lift the blessed sword of light, and... If I'm being honest, I do not know why K had to leave, and I remained here. But both back then and now, we cannot clear the Demon Lord's castle without K. I see. If K is an essential part of the process, then it can't be helped. If I had even the smallest clue about K, then maybe... President? I know, Amy, I know. Yeah, we did store K's memory on that small trinket that's on Aris's gun on the maid outfit. Is it okay? Is it okay to talk about that? Toki, Amy, this is an ethical problem that scholars must grapple with. We can't deny what has been proven to exist. But... Understood, if that's what President Himari thinks. Rio, I don't know if it's right to tell you this or not, but we do have a clue about K. What? On the day we charged the Ark of Atrahasis in Utnapishtim's ship. Yeah, we were able to save a small bit of K. So K was transplanted into Aris's keychain doll? Calm down, Rio. It was only 2 kilobytes of data. And there's nothing to be gotten from it. It was something we did to give Aris's hope in physical form. Are you sure that data was formed naturally? Rio? Yes. Why are you asking this all of a sudden? It's small, but I may have something. You do? Really? Truly? What is it? Tell us more, please. If I'm correct, what we need right now is the data. From the 2 kilobyte file that you transplanted into the keychain. Oh, is it compressed? Are we going to uncompress it and it's going to be K's entire form? But we've already tried to analyze it at the bit level, and there was no data there. That would be the natural result if you use like the generic technology of Kavodos. Is there a different approach for this kind of data? That's... Can you save K, Rio? Aris, please wait. We still don't have enough context or information. Please answer me. Can you save K, Rio? I'm sorry, I got a little bit ahead of myself. If we were to talk about probabilities, it would be about 50-50. No, if I were to be precise, it would be significantly less. And more importantly, if I fail, then whatever data you have may vanish completely. Aris. Does that mean if things go wrong, I might lose K for good? It's cruel to say this to you, Aris, but the final decision is yours. But to me, K is... Aw, poor Aris. I bent down to Aris's eye level. Aris, what do you want to do? What? What do you mean? But this is about K, and if I'm the one to decide... Yes, you're right. No one should be able to choose for K. However, I think you have the right to make this decision, Aris, more than anyone else in the world. I want to... Okay, see Kay again. Okay. Just once more. I want to see Kay. I really am not sure. I'm only an apprentice, and there is much of this world I have yet to learn. I tried to put myself in Kay's shoes, to understand how Kay would feel about this, but I still do not know. Kay might say to let her go. Aw, no. Come on. On that day, I was the one who got to say to stay, and Kay left. I am sure that was not a coincidence. That is why, from here on out, these are all my personal desires. And this soundtrack is so good. Defective Pixel. I want to talk to Kay again. I want the chance to be allies with Kay. I want to be her friend. If there is even a small chance for Kay to come back, I will take full responsibility. If something goes wrong and I truly lose Kay, I will not blame Rio. Really, I am a failure as a hero. To fulfill my own desires, I may send Kay somewhere I will never be able to see her again. That is what I'm asking of Rio. I'm sorry, Rio. I'm very sorry. No, Sensei, I'm sorry to you too. I am a greedy person. I also want to apologize to everyone else, so... Aw. ... I will entrust Kay to you. We understand. After all, it's a request from our adorable Aris. How could we say no? Rio, this is no time to be dawdling about. Let's begin. As long as I, Millenium's delicate yet beautiful super genius hacker, who also has a degree in omniscience, am assisting you, I will not tolerate failure. I should reiterate, the odds of success are less than half. We will succeed. Understood? I get it. Now isn't the time to consider probabilities. Sensei, Himari, Rio, can I go in with you? Aris? Why all of a sudden? I wouldn't recommend that, Aris. This is going to be quite a dangerous process. On top of that, if we do fail, then you would witness with your own two eyes. But Himari gave me a sharp look. I was trying to decipher what it meant when realization dawned on me. Aw, poor Aris. Now, Aris in the game development department. Yes? What do you need, Sensei? Want to go outside for a snowball fight? Snowball fight? Now? Of all times? Oh, Momoi gets it. She's actually very smart when she wants to be. I like it, Sensei. What a great idea. We'll go outside right now. Sis, what are you doing all of a sudden? Momoi, but I... Yeah. We don't want her to see this. Seriously, Momoi. Thank you, Sensei. Leave them to me. Be careful not to get sick. However, if you do happen to get a fever, I will stay at your bedside. Day and night. Toki must be the perfect maid. Now that I think about it, I look forward to that situation occurring. Toki, do you want Sensei to be healthy or not? I'm not sure either. Okay. Oh, you're already at it. Aw, that's so cute. One more. Take this, Midori. Ow, that's cold. It's cold. Sis, seriously, don't think I'm just going to lie down and take that. Momoi, Midori, and even Sensei. Why is everyone suddenly... What are you thinking, Aris? I do not know. This is enjoyable, but Kay, you're right. That's exactly why we have to do this. What does that mean, Sensei? Don't you want to show Kay cool things like this? What? Something like this? To Kay? Aww. So cute. I do. It is very cool. I have never seen so much snow in one place. And look, there is a penguin. I have never seen one in real life. Momoi said one would freeze instantly upon setting foot in the polar region, but it turns out that was not the case. It is very cold, but this place also feels like it belongs in this world. You're right, and you're going to tell her about how amazing it is here. But first, you have to have fun and enjoy it yourself, right? After all, Kay is definitely coming back. Kay will definitely... Sensei, you are correct. I did not think of it that way. I understand what you're saying, so I may tell her about how amazing this world is. I must learn more about it first. In order to do that... Kya! Midori's snowball hits Aris. I understand. You pretended to attack Momoi as a diversionary tactic, but attack me instead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But I will not lose. Take this. Aris. Aris, please. Uh-oh. Yeah! Haha! Midori, that was so funny. Ah! Oh no. There goes Momoi. Aris landed a direct hit on Momoi. Alright, Aris, that's the spirit. Bring it on. I am ready. I will not go easy on you, Momoi, Midori. Aw, that's so cute. I should sneak behind and aim for the back. It's the legendary box again. The Yuzu. Gourmet, quality, organic. I wonder what that QR code leads to anyway. I don't think that's even a viable QR code, but you know. Then, me too. I don't know, if a sensei gets hit by that kind of snowball, I think we'd die. Ah! Kya! Ag! Eek! Sensei, you too! Hahaha, you all let your guard down in this cold-blooded, merciless snow fight. Trust no one. Laying down your guard means giving up your life. I see how it is, Sensei. I, Saiba Momoi, won't stand by and accept defeat. Your words ring true, Sensei, but that means you're also prepared, right? I know this. This is Bellum Omnium Contra Omnis, the war of all against all. That's right. In the middle of a snow fight, I can't even trust Sensei. Oh no! Oh no! I'm good. Ugh! How could this happen? But I won't go down that easily. Yay! Ahaha! Try and get me, Sensei. I have heard that consecutive hits are meant to carry seriousness in each and every one of them. Oh, I love that serious consecutive hits. One Punch Man reference. Then I'll get serious too. What a fun time. As we spent a long time throwing snowballs at each other, laughing and yelling as we ran through the snowy fields. At that time, we needed something like this. Like that. I watched them for a little bit as they gleefully reveled in the novelty of snow and ice. With their attentions diverted, I quietly slipped back into the base. Okay, how's the K operation going? Welcome, Sensei. You should wipe yourself off first. Please allow me to help you. You're here right on time, Sensei. We, just finished preparing all the usable data storage devices on this base. I don't understand the exact details, but Rio said we need as many data fields as we can get. Since that required manpower, Amy and I were insisting. Does that mean... Yes. We're going to bear witness to Kay's resurrection. To be continued. Next episodes, The Sound of Summoning. Hold on, I want to see how many episodes we have. So 2 more episodes, and then I'll probably end stream here. And then tomorrow we might pick up a little bit, but I'm gonna have to start stream really late, so it probably won't make much progress. In here. It's time. Yes! Yes, it truly is. We must compose ourselves. From this point onward, not a single mistake can be made. Right, it's It's finally time to wake up Elder Sis. Ein, you're forbidden from stuttering too. Eh? Okay, I'll do my best. Yes, nervousness shall not cause any fumbling, nor shall overconfidence cause carelessness. Checking remaining coolant, just barely enough. Reroute all available energy to the foundation of Zohar. Zohar? Like Xenoblade. Like Xenosaga, technically, actually. Because in Xenoblade, it's just called the Conduit. But Zohar, that's from Xenosaga. The multi-dimensional barrier will also shut down for a moment. A little dangerous, but we have to do what we have to do. Let's begin, everyone. Uh-oh. Converting data gel density. Checking nerve signal connection. Checking connection strength. Confirmed. Values are stable. Commencing mutual connection. Confirm stabilization of mutual connection. Checking connectome's active areas. Connectome activation stabilized. Should I display the results? That's fine, Ein. I trust you. Approaching the first realm of consciousness. Peshat. Cortex surface region. Confirmed. Confirmed delta waveforms. Next, approaching the second realm of consciousness. Remez. Medulla central layer region. Normal. Confirmed theta waveforms. Approaching the third realm of consciousness. Darash. Core internal region. Signal error? What should we do? This is catastrophic, isn't it? No, Ein. Everything is as intended. It's normal. She's correct. The realms are no longer ours to do with as we please. The fourth realm of consciousness. Sod. Observation successful. Energy supply stabilized, temporarily disabling the multi-dimensional barrier. I guess all we can do is wait for results now. Then what should we do? ... Pray, I guess. An excellent proposition. We do worship our master after all. Yes, silently pray, deep in our hearts. That our elder sister, Malkuth, safely awakens in this land. Now, let's discuss K.save. I utilized every possible means at my disposal to analyze it, but they yielded no results. However, you say that with Kivoda's level of technology, that was to be expected. Right, I did. And you said you need as many data fields as possible, so we gathered every single data storage device in this base. But if you're planning on transporting K.save to a data field, it won't do much. I've already tried that. Because the field itself was flawed. For a Nameless God's technology, you need a proper environment. Elaborate, please. If K.save really is a key or trace of the Nameless Gods, then it won't be compatible with the data storage types we're used to. If I were to make an analogy to biology, it needs the proper medium for the situation. Which means... it means... So you're equating this to a living conscious being? The old me would have denied the living classification, however. I'm no longer sure of how, or to what extent, we're able to define life. So in a way, yes. In regards to homeostasis, feedback, and self-consciousness, there are definitely aspects of it that could be interpreted that way. Toki, Amy, you're both incredible. I have no clue what's being said right now. Do not worry, Sensei. I have zero understanding of the situation. But it seemed like I knew what I was doing. Thank you for saying that. However, everything I know is simply from watching Rio. Even now, I am only following their orders. And right now, because I've completed my orders and I'm bored, I demand that you play with me. Toki is so needy. She's kind of like a cat, sort of. Asuna's more like a golden retriever, but she's more like a very clingy cat. Because when cats get clingy, they kind of act like this. Even for me, that was truly a strong and perfect line, befitting of a maid. Please hurry and compliment me. And here I was, wondering what you were up to, Toki. You're trying to sneak off and hog Sensei all for yourself. Is Amy jealous? They're fighting. No, don't fight over me. Sensei, you are now obligated to play with me at some point. Just the two of us. It's a promise. You may not have made a promise, but I did, okay? Yeah. This may sound contradictory, coming from an omniscient being such as myself. Please pause. Why don't you consider making a real degree and conferring it on yourself? What is this nonsense, Amy? You'll make me sound like some fragile, pitiful researcher, swept up in populism, losing my values for the sake of academic renown. I'm not sure about the fragile and pitiful part, but okay. Anyways, we are about to set foot onto the horizon of a new discipline, one that has never before been broached in this world. Which is exactly why I was trying to limit and control this field of knowledge to begin with. More often than not, humanity has a tendency to attempt to utilize knowledge that we don't truly understand. So the past repeats itself. Yes, the past repeats itself. Are preparations complete? The first round, yes, but this next step is crucial. Now, we need to transplant K into this data field. There is nothing necessarily difficult to be done on our end. Our job is to watch. However, by any chance, if something unexpected happens, then the only option available to us is physical force. I understand now. You expose this data disk to an external environment so that you could disconnect it at any moment. As in, to destroy it if something strange happens? To summarize, yes. Why are you staring at me like that, Rio? I was anticipating your protest to my methods, that they're too savage, that this is typical of me. I can acknowledge reality. Even if I'm being modest, this is a clean and elegant method. And above all, no one is more intimately familiar with the Nameless God's power than you are. I have no intention of judging or criticizing your work in your specialized field. Thank you. I do hope we don't have to resort to that. Preparations complete on this side. You may start whenever you are ready. Okay, we're starting the data transfer. Copying k.save. Loading. Oh, done. Is that it? K.save was successfully transferred to the data field. Confirmed initiation of self-replication from K.save. The speed. The data encroachment is too fast. How much further is it going to go? Just hold. We're still within the expected range. Occupancy at 96%, 97%, 98%. Proliferation ended. It may not be proliferating any longer, but the data is diverging from the inside instead. Himari, we're getting a signal. Please confirm. This music is sick. To be born is to be thrown into the world. Birth is rarely the result of will. We are a small boat, lost at sea, a wanderer stumbling up under a moonless night. Thence, conflicts are born, hatred festers, and sins are committed upon others. Oh, I like the parallelism here. While we're trying to revive K, they're trying to create Malkuth. The signal! There's a signal! Yes, there's no mistaking it. This signal is... Birth begins as a curse, and one must dispel it. To be born, the infinite is degraded to finality. With birth comes destruction. It's finally 4.5 PV's thing is finally coming out, and thus the bird that hatches from its eggs will soar towards a god. Finally, we can finally meet. All of our work wasn't in vain. Don't cry, Ein. Don't cry. It's a good day. It's the greatest day. Aren't you holding back tears yourself, Soph? You're not supposed to acknowledge it when someone's trying to be strong. Touch upon the ends of land, and bear witness. Bestow life where sin has been wrought, and again it shall rise. Again shall it rise. Sing to the righteous and silence the unscrupulous. Dawn upon the dark night and heal those wounded. Hello, Elder Sister, and welcome. We sacrificed all we had and waited for you. We really waited all this time. For this moment was this world worth enduring. It's the birth. As I relay the words of the beginning, let there be light. Your name is the kingdom. Now rise up and prove thy existence. And so, I ask, who are you? I am the will brought forth from the flagship, the pilgrim of the kingdom at the world's end. And a name to prove myself. I am Malkuth. This form is... ... Oh, is Rio okay? Rio? Hold on, she's okay. Her legs gave way because she was overwhelmed. I guess Miss Rio is human after all. A heartbeat? Everyone, hold on. Let talk. You get to choose who you want to be. Please, let me apologize to you. Aww. I do not know you, but I thought about how I would feel if I were in your shoes. Sensei told me I'm allowed to decide what the purpose of my existence is. My precious ... That is why I like the name. Is she waking up? My precious... That is why I like the name K. Aww. That was such a cool way to do that. Is a name that came to be just because of a mispronunciation, like my name, Aris. There is no meaning, reason, meaning, or purpose behind K. My precious Aris. Aww. She's awake. Question mark? Route the signal to a monitor. Displaying output. This is... Did we do it? Just as I thought. Even I don't quite know what to say in this moment. There are times when we're just meant to observe. Yes, I suppose so. ... Huh? Amy, please connect all external output sensors. I'm detecting a massive amount of external output signal from a data field entity I'm presuming to be K. Got it. Give me a moment. She's back. What? What did you do to me? To be continued. Next episode, reunion. Again. Oh, there's still quite a few more episodes of the... So in that case, I think I'll end stream off here today. And tomorrow I might make barely any progress, but you know. But actually, let's see. At this point,
状況の把握
Not
と
quite,
分
not
析
quite. Still a little bit left. 1% left? Okay. 1.3% left. That's just like 3 more clears. Like 3 people would need to clear Tiferath here. I'm just waiting for Tiff to die. Because I want to do the special thing. And once Tiff dies, I think Gebra is next. In which case I do need to get my students ready for that. If it's just 3 more clears, I feel like if I just wait like a little bit, they should be done. Let me go check back and see my math again. Let me just check.
鋼鉄大陸
Okay. Yeah, that is millions. No wait. That's billions. So I kind of just want. Maybe I should keep reading because I want to wait for this to actually finish. Because Tiff is so close to being dead. I think in that. So it's 40, basically 480 billion. Let me get a calculator out. That's why 480 billion divided by 480 billion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's billion divided by 185 million. Okay, so we need 2,000 more clears. Oh boy. I don't have enough to actually do a clear, so I'm just gonna have to wait it out. Because doing a C rank clear is really not worth it.
状況の把握と分析が先決です
So actually, at this rate, it's probably gonna take overnight. But it's gonna be dead soon. If it's gonna be dead soon, let me check my assistants. Should I keep my assistants up? I think I might want to change Nozomi and Hikari out for assistants that would be good for. Assistants that would be good for Gebra. Let me check what Gebra's rotation is gonna be like. Let's check the Gebra. I mean, it is pretty late. Like East Coast is already 11:30ish. So, but West Coast is like 8:30. So more, there should be people doing this. Do 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 do. Let me look at Gebra.
Just watch out if you use track Yuko in Torment, especially against this iceberg pull. When the ice pillar is up, miss 1 second, and Yuko will be coming home, which you can check out next.
So, Mine, Michiru, Satsuki. Surprisingly, this rotation doesn't include
If your Michiru has different healing
Asuna.
power, or you use her healing at a different timing, it may affect the skills after that, because the state of the heater is not the same, with overheat state giving your team extra cost recovery. The longer the heater is in overheat mode, the faster it loses HP. Kefir's skill Ignore the Iceberg's shield, and reduces its HP directly, which speeds up this clear a lot.
Okay, in that case, I don't really have much I could let people borrow. I think I will put Asuna out, though, because Asuna is still decent, I think. Even though my Asuna isn't fully built. If I can find Asuna. Oh wait, I already put Asuna out. In that case, Swimsuit Kana maybe? Maybe Hoshino? Let's see, what's my dress? Like, the dress... Is she not up here? There's Kana, but Kana's only level 72, which is not great. Where's the idols? I don't have Idol Mari, so that's not very helpful. For special, I think Shiroko is useful for special, even if Gebra is so close though. I feel he should be able to get cleared sooner or later. Like 2000s, considering how many people play this game, it really depends. Actually, it depends on how many tickets everyone has, and if they're spending, they might not be spending pyro on the tickets. But yeah, I guess I'll have to wait until tomorrow to see Tiff die. Do I have to do the Gebra raid on my own off camera? I could probably do one Gebra raid on my own and then the other one on camera. Kokoma, we're not gonna do. I think the next one is supposed to be Gebra after this. Gebra's at 89%, bro. We're so close to clearing Tiff. Just can people just focus and clear Tiff, please? Okay, but yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. Tomorrow, get a little bit of progress done. But yeah, Tuesday is really when I'm gonna use the rest of my free pulls, and then try to use the pulls I do have right now to see if I can maybe get both of these guys, both Himari and Rio armed. I have 20 free recruitments. Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be it for today. See you guys later. Bye. Rio also says bye.